your time yet, okay? Fucking wait.
The curtains have not been drawn. You must wait. He's monologuing to a curtain.
It was 31, right?
30.
Okay, good. Good.
Are we good? We're good.
So
ahead.
good.
We're good? Okay.
We're so good.
After Ren saved Delilah's life, we convinced her and the other leaders there, including Norm, to build some sort of police governing system to get things in order. We then left the rift at torpedo speeds, having to then recover to an island where Ren had a wonderful conversation with Sol, and became a chosen one of Sol. We then got on a boat and made our way to Kalpara. May was able to bargain with Luther to fix the tree, and in exchange give Luther an audience with the Beautiful One. And she did just that, channeling the Beautiful One's presence. This god proceeded to turn Luther into stone, not literally, mind you, while Luther was able to continue channeling the spell that fixed up the tree. Afterwards, we traveled back to Potions and Lotions, where Amethyst...
I think your headset got disconnected there, really.
One.
But you traveled back to Potions and Lotions. Go ahead again.
Traveled back to Potions and Lotions, where Amethyst consumed another Luther, and told us we could go see Ashanti. And also Kaelinor and Ren 1v1 and Ren won. Because Ren is better.
Whoa.
Now it's tied.
That is,
I would like you to fight literally anybody.
That is my summary
That is
of last session.
a very solid summary. You get well, fucking what's the word?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. Thank you.
Motivation.
I thought you were gonna do make some noise, like you get 3 claps worth of points. You know, like
Come on, everybody, give him a little clap.
Yep.
come on, everybody, clap.
Good job, Riley. That's only -4 to dexterity checks for the next 4 sessions.
Only.
Could have been worse.
So, we find ourselves, I believe, still here at Potions and Lotions, where we had just like wrapped up with you guys kind of hanging out here. So seemingly there's things we want to do, but how do you want to go about it?
Kinfeth is going to be running along. It's a arena, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that it's
Imagine the Colosseum.
Exactly. So I'm running on the outer ring of the Colosseum wall actively, because I can do that now. And as everyone's standing there, you guys are going to hear Kinfeth. Hey guys, we should really consider maybe doing something like this. Like a lot better, because it's cool to run in this. But I think that it could be if there was something maybe that I could do instead. What do you think? As he keeps running around in circles.
Should we get Kinfat the dog? To like teach him
think he is a dog.
responsibilities?
I
That's
fear for that dog's life.
yes.
As you should. I will do a sick flip off the wall and land gymnast at the Olympic style and say, guys, I really think that it'd be cool if I had more things to run around when I'm running on walls, because I just figured out that I could do this, and I think it's pretty fucking cool.
I guess maybe it wouldn't hurt to spruce this up a bit. We are kind of living here, I guess.
Did we want to go see Ashanti, or are we putting that on the back burner for now?
Well, we were planning on taking a few days in the city.
It seems,
Before we
it
did
seems,
anything.
it seems kind of like an open invitation type of deal. I don't know if there's a deadline necessarily.
Amethyst calls down from above you guys all sitting in there. I wouldn't keep her waiting too long, but you can have a few days. That should be fine.
So, Ab, any thoughts or restrictions, I guess, on
We can pimp this place out. I don't mind.
Presumably, Ebenezer, you know some sort of contractor to have a facility like this beneath your small potion shop. Do you happen to know anybody who could help us out with that?
Bobby DeLeone.
The builder.
builder. Yes.
Of course.
I would have to locate him. It's been quite some time, but I'm sure he's in the city. He's all about the infrastructure here. Yeah, I can, put out some little birds and get in touch with the guy.
You can control birds, Ebenezer.
Bird duration?
I'll be back. And Ebenezer will start waddling upstairs. Potions and
So,
lotions.
Ebenezer, you go up, and some time passes as you contact Bobby DeLeone.
I'm running.
And he is so excited to see you again because of this big project that he got last time that he is willing to come and start work today.
Let's fucking go.
The only problem is that most of his boys are on another project, so he's gonna need some people to help him build this.
Chun-da-da-da. I am here to help.
Well, given that I'm an old man, Bobby, some of the younger folk downstairs, they'll help you out. They'll give you some.
All right, we'll put him to work. We'll get this thing started. All right, here we go. Let's get it.
He
Call me
also
Bobby
works
the
in the
Builder.
back. He also works in the back of Tony's Tacos. We would see.
Yep.
Well, somebody gave me the last name DeLeone, so I'm just Italian now. That I didn't choose this life.
Born to build, cursed to be Italian.
Yeah. Who is the youngest one of us?
I'm almost positive that it's me.
Probably I would have guessed Morgan, yeah.
But
How old
Faye
is
is
Maeve?
Faye is weird.
Oh, you're Elvish, so that's a weird thing, right? Yeah.
I am 23, and bugbears live as long as humans.
How old is
Yeah.
Morgan?
I'm looking.
Your images look very young, but
He could be 5 million years old.
Of course.
I
It
wrote
must be.
18.
huh? Morgan is the young boy then. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember you couldn't get into the casino at the beginning, so you had to,
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bobby comes down the stairs. Here's a question: do you guys try to conceal Amethyst and Alexandrite from Bobby and any
Oh.
contractors that may show up?
I was gonna ask her about that.
Yeah. We should prepare that statement for this meeting.
I'm
beforehand.
gonna walk up to Bobby, as I'm assuming someone goes, "Wait, what about the god?" I'm gonna go, "Oh, I got this," and I'm gonna walk up to Bobby. I'm gonna go, "Bobby, hey man, let's talk about this. So I like to spend money, man, and I just need some." And I'm just gonna lead him out into a nondescript area where he can't see the gods while we.
Can I give her
Well,
the
you guys
cloak of
hide them.
Norm? Or whatever the fuck, Steve?
You want to give the cloak of Steve to the queen?
Will it work?
I hadn't considered it, but
And now I force you to.
300-foot Steve.
she you know what, she puts this little cloak like around one of her fingers and says whatever the activation phrase was that I don't remember.
I'm
I don't know if we
Steve.
ever made one. Yeah. She says,
Steve
I'm
beat.
Steve. And suddenly
Steve Ranger.
Amethyst shrinks down to a normal guy named Steve, standing there next to her relatively similar sized daughter.
It's
Perfect.
just outstanding that worked.
Didn't think about that ever happening, but now seems like it should.
I'm gonna walk Bobby back in, and so basically, I just kind of want somewhere there like I can spend money, but as the house, you know, because I don't really have a lot of gold these days.
So you're thinking like a casino or a gaming hall or something like
Yeah,
that?
a gaming hall would be
Oh.
mechanically relevant, I think.
Okay, yeah, sure. We can do the gaming hall, cards, dice, things like that. Yeah,
Poker, yes.
yeah, that was included in the cards part. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm still learning how to read, so cut me some slack, you know.
Ah.
So anyway, here's everyone else.
Hey, folks. I'm thinking this is there's a good lot of you, but we're gonna need more boys for this. To which Steve says, I do have many friends who we could go and fetch. They would be happy to help with the situation. I can send my daughter to go get them. If that's okay with all of you, she'd have to take your source of light for a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay.
Would it be bad if I went with her? Question mark to everybody, or would I have to? Should I stay?
More hands make light work.
Considering the dangerous journey to find my friends, I wouldn't mind perhaps you going with her. To which Alexandrite rolls her eyes like, take care of myself, ma, dad.
My dad. Okay, don't die.
Yeah, you see you see Steve hand Alexandrite a lantern, and it glows as it's given. And Alexandrite just like really annoyedly holds your hand out to you, Morgan.
I grab it.
And you guys are gone for the time being. We'll catch back up with you in a second. Bobby looks around at the rest of you. So, like, what are we thinking? We got a gaming hall in here, and what else? We're transforming this place?
Yeah, pimp my crib kind of thing.
Okay.
I was thinking
what are
a
we
greenhouse.
Thinking? A greenhouse? Well, we're on the ground, but I suppose I could set up sort of a complex array of mirrors that allow sunlight to come down here if you need.
Vesper puts down a brush and a can of green paint. Oh, yeah. Great.
I don't even know what to say to it.
I don't even know where that came from, really.
Okay, so we're doing a greenhouse and a gaming hall. What are we building here? What is this? Is it a business for?
It's for pleasure.
Oh, all right, fair enough. I suppose I won't ask any more questions. Anything else we want to build around here?
That's a question.
I will
not inquire
I will pick up my
deep into the
Glock 17
Insight check.
and gun him down in the middle of this arena. Not really.
I mean, so like
Ebenezer
a
will come
second
down.
greenhouse?
Come back down, walk up. Hey, Bobby,
Bobby the Builder, that's me.
yeah, I know
God
that.
damn it.
You don't have to tell me. I would like an arcane study built over there, if you don't mind.
Oh my boy.
That's a good
Yes.
spot for it. Yeah, okay. I can haul out a room over there. We can do that for sure. Anything else?
I could use a workshop, and I'm gonna come up with a notebook that I started sketching in the second we had this idea. I'm gonna put it down on a table, and I've already got it like laid out and all where I want all the things. And there's one corner that's like specifically got a bunch of different. It's like a U workbench, and like got a little furnace thing next to it. That's my specific spot, and then it's got a bunch of other stuff laid out where I want all the tools to go already pre-planned.
He takes the sketch from me. He's like, now I appreciate a man who actually has a plan ahead of time. This is great. I mean,
Hey,
I'm gonna have to get more specific dimensions from you probably as we build it, but this looks great. I love this.
Hey, I told you that I wanted a gaming hall. That's specific enough.
This is no, actually, but I can still work with it. What about you, sickly gray man?
Me?
The other sickly gray man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already told you.
Do you have a name, friend? Do you have something you want to build?
I think I landed. Sure. Any chance you could use that same mirror network to do some kind of like solar sacristy or something?
Yeah, you know what? We'll do a little split it in two, going down multiple networks, and it'll probably only work for like a few hours during the day because of how the sun works. But no, you know, I think I could do if I put an extra mirror on the side of the hole to point it down the hole, then we can make it work all day. So yeah, I got a plan. We're working this out. You guys got some crazy fucking requests. You know, you could have built this in anywhere else and it would have been way easier, but down underground, here we are.
Think about how much cooler it is down here, though.
There is not a lot of heat on the ground. That is definitely true.
Mm-hmm. That's good shit,
Okay,
Bobby.
so we got a greenhouse, we got a arcane study, we got a workshop, we got a gaming hall, if I didn't already say that, we got a sacristy. Miss, what about you?
I'm gonna be Ivy for 1 second.
Don't. No, please.
No. Ah!
So the trophy room is basically just a library, but it also has another cool thing. Except Maeve wouldn't like pick that per se as a trophy room, but the benefits of like a library slash put all the stuff we got in it, so it'd still be a trophy room. But I don't think that's what she'd ask for. So when I ask for it, I'm not gonna say trophy room, but that's what I'm talking about. Is that okay?
Yep, that's fine.
A room to put your tally marks in?
Pretty much. She would say, I guess just maybe like kind of a library, just somewhere to put all the stuff, the things that we have that we're getting.
Okay, you want like places to like display all the cool shit you got or stuff, something like that?
Yeah, maybe. And
okay,
yeah.
I can work with that. Any specific vision you got, or can I just kind of go crazy with it?
I guess you can do. Yeah, you go crazy, man.
All right. Now you don't tell Bobby the Builder to go crazy for no reason. All right.
This fucking guy, dude.
Like, what does that even fucking mean? He like builds with an electric guitar?
Just shredding.
Meanwhile, Morgan and Alexandrite, you get to you appear in
The unemployment office.
Court of Gemstones freaking throne room is what it's called.
For now.
And as you appear there, you see multiple like subjects and workers of Queen Amethyst like trying desperately to like maintain order as like other gem fae are here with needs and requests and things that Amethyst has not been present for. But there are guards here and all sorts of things. Just like you see that sort of the state of the court is not great without its queen or its princess. What do you do with that information?
I'm gonna look at Alex and go, I think somebody's needed. I'm gonna look at her with an eyebrow raise.
Considering how many queens have already been assimilated, I'm not bringing my mom back here, but
I wouldn't.
She did have a whole group of workers that helped her build, this. They're somewhere around here. We can find them. Do you know? While we're here, could you head back to the Bloodstone HQ?
The Scourge HQ?
Yeah, the boss left something in a little trunk for me there.
I don't even know if he's alive yet or not.
I have a feeling he's not, but either way, I need what's in that trunk.
What is it?
Drunk.
So I know what I'm actually picking up.
Junk.
I am your princess, and I request that you just bring me the trunk.
Just gonna turn around and walk away.
Thank you.
I'm still gonna look.
You suck ass. And she walks away.
Just flip her off as I'm walking away.
You continue your journey that way. Back in the, I think a good amount of time passes, a couple hours before, in the real world, suddenly blipping into the arena is like 24 workers of just gemstone fae who pop out here, and they have like gems all over their body in weird spots and are all sorts of different colors. But you see Bobby is just like, I don't understand the kids' fashion these days. And he ignores it. So now you have a staff of workers that you can place in the rooms that you need. Alexandrite then goes back to meet up with Morgan for a bit after we resolve that. Now that everybody is here, oh, Morgan, did you want to build something here? What was your choice?
What was in the trunk? I want to know.
We'll get. I'm going to come back to that in just a second.
I have really no idea. So.
Did anybody have a second one that they want?
Training area.
The smithy, though.
I don't use anything
A
but my
second
fists.
greenhouse.
The training area.
A garden is an option, by the way, and I know everybody wants something, but in the sake of Morgan, a
Sure.
garden is an option.
What's the
where is
difference
this
between a
looking
garden
like
and
it?
a greenhouse?
I believe the
Level
garden makes
requirement.
poisons specifically.
Oh.
Decorative food, herb, or poison harvests.
That's kind of sick.
I could decorate my pancakes.
The greenhouse
not how
specifically
that
makes like fruit and stuff that does like healing
Yeah.
things like directly.
I wasn't
think
sure. I kind of just assumed that the garden could do something similar, but it seems different enough that that's cool.
Are we gonna have enough room for barracks, or are we just gonna have people sleep on the ground?
I don't know that we're in. We are high enough level.
So, to make bedrooms, that was also in there specifically. You can do the basic rooms like a bedroom or a kitchen for a quarter of the listed cost. Basic facility. So if you want a cramped bedroom, you can do that for 125 gold. The special facilities are all free.
Perky, you should do a theater.
I'm looking at it now.
I would like a roomy bedroom.
The theater is actually kind of busted. It doesn't fit any of you guys' characters, but just having a permanent bardic inspiration that you can use whenever.
Fucking sick.
At the workshop, where'd it go? Where's the list of workshop? I get, after spending an entire short rest in my workshop, I get heroic inspiration,
Shit.
and I can get it once a day.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
So are we going with garden then, for you, Parker?
Sure.
Or is there another one you want?
A smithy would be good, and or a library.
Smithy would be so good.
I already
Well, that's true.
I
true.
can do pretty much what the library did.
True.
Is garden final answer then?
Yeah.
Or is
go
someone
ahead.
else? Okay. Garden it is.
A second game.
Alexandrite gives that information as she arrives before she goes back, and she will wait at the at the throne room. You make your way back to the Scourge HQ. As you get there, you find the door is locked as usual. As everything in there is locked up before they go. You're able to get in just fine. As you enter, could you give me a perception check, please?
Ooh.
Oh, this is. Can I get a fucking advantage since I know this place? My perception is
You know what?
ass.
I think you can, because I think you would know what is different here.
What the fuck? They've updated again. Thank God. 6 and 14.
14. Okay. Getting the rolls pulled up here. I never remembered that. Game log. Go.
I have walked around this room blinded, and I know where everything. Right there is where I tripped on this rock.
With a 14, you look around this space and you know where everybody keeps their storage, like a little box at the end of everybody's bed, there's a little shelf above everybody's spot where everybody like stores things, and you've seen exactly where everybody leaves everything. You see that Ballas's trunk is missing.
Ah, great.
You see the other two are there, and in fact, I think you see Ballas's bed is disturbed, but the other two seem like they were made the last day you saw them, and they have almost started to grow dust over them as they have been completely undisturbed.
Foster, how do you spell that?
Ballas?
Yeah.
B-A-L-A-S.
Balls.
Go. Ballasness.
Shut the fuck up.
B-A-L-A-S. So Tanzi and Zircon, both of them are undisturbed. Ballas is disturbed, and his trunk is missing.
Is there any other things I can do to search for footprints or shit with an investigation check?
Yeah, give me investigation.
14.
Word. Something real quick. You walk through this place looking for any sign of what might have happened here, and you do find a set of footprints. Ballas notably has bird feet, and you see bird feet tracks for a while in the dust on the ground, but then one or two steps before the door, you see humanoid feet within the same track.
Like stacked on top of each other, or
As if one step was a bird foot and the next step was a humanoid foot in the same track.
what the fuck?
That's cool as fuck.
I'm going to note that, turn around, grab all my stuff from my shelving unit, write down a note that says, "I'm alive," and message me when can, if you're alive, and then I'm leaving my trunk, but I'm grabbing my shelf of trinkets.
Sure.
And I'm going to lock the door and see if I can find more footprints out the door and shit.
As you get out the door, with your same 14 investigation check, you can see there's no trail in the grass here at all. It seemingly got to the door, there was maybe one more step out there, and then nothing.
Huh. I'm going to... What am I going... I'm going to leave, I guess.
Make your way back to Alex.
If I can, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna see if I can throw a message out to, I forget his name, the commander, Peridot or whatever. See if he's alive and shit.
Yeah. You send a message that way as you get kind of closer to the castle and within range. And you do get a message back. You get a return thought, and it's just Morgan. We all thought you were dead.
I'm gonna answer back. I'm here with Princess.
Alexandrite is alive?
And the Queen, surprisingly.
God's above. What?
I
Are
am.
they safe?
Where am I going? Am I going back into the castle? Or where am I going?
Yeah, to the throne room is where
Okay.
she would meet you.
I'm gonna be like, I'm going throne room if you want to meet. Have you seen my scourge? And then I'm gonna just.
He says, "Wait there. I'm on my way." You arrive. Alex is already there, waiting for you. And just a couple minutes later, Commander Peridot rushes into the room, like clearly disheveled. Has been through the shit in these last few days. Runs into the room, like slams the door open. Where are they? What's going on?
Hello to you too.
Shut the fuck up. Where are they at?
Where's who at?
Where are the queen? Where? Alexandrite. Apologies for my order. Where the fuck is the queen?
She's on Earth. What is it called?
Material plane.
The material plane.
Why would she be there? What?
It's kind of safer there than here, don't you think?
You know what? That's actually a really great point. What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
That's a good question.
Alex walks up next to you guys. Do what you always do. She doesn't constantly give you orders.
She's got a point.
That's a fair. Okay. Here, take this. And he takes a sending stone out of his pocket and gives it to you. And says, "I'll keep you updated on what's happening here. It hasn't been great, but
So I've been told.
yeah. I figure we need to keep in communication with the queen. If you're in the area, maybe send word.
You need to hear her voice or something?
It'd sure be nice, but yeah.
Give some troops some morale. You know how?
The sending stone is just words, so they won't be able to hear it. But anything.
You
that-
know.
I
That sounded
appreciate it.
painful.
And, about Ballas, about the scourge, I should say. I haven't seen any of them, but I did get a report a day or two ago that somebody swore they saw Ballas. It's unlike him not to return, though. After
The last time I saw him, he was down.
do you think he wants everybody to think he's dead?
That wasn't his MO. So
It was not.
I have thoughts, but I could be wrong. So I don't want to expand on it until I know for sure.
Okay, very well.
What about the other two? So you just don't? They just never been seen?
They haven't been seen since. Where were they last seen?
When you did they show up at the battle? Someone showed up. I tried to have someone come up and go get them.
The scourge was all there. Peridot never made it.
So they could be maybe. Well,
I can
If
at
you-
least try to recover them if they're.
they
The
were
worst.
on the fucking last giant battle city hill that I can't remember the name of.
In character, he's gonna know what you meant.
I haven't written
Because
down.
I know
have
that
too
was
much notes. I have too many notes.
Same.
Very well. I'll send a scout out to see if we can find them. It seems like you two have somewhere to be, though, so I won't keep any more of your time. I appreciate you updating us.
Of course.
Best of luck. And he walks off. Alex once again offers you her hand,
I take it.
and you guys arrive back in the arena.
When's the reception?
Meanwhile, work has been going on all day. Is there
this
anything
building.
anybody wants to do during? I'd say like a full 24 hours pass here of building, and just shuffling around, people carrying logs and boxes and setting things up where they need to be. Is there anything anybody wants to do during that time?
I'm reading for 16 hours.
I want to work with Alex on her archery and training.
Okay. Anything else? We can get to all of it. I'll just get a rundown. Vesper.
Unless there's something else that we should talk about or gang up as a group, I would love to start like baby potting plants to be planted, whether in the ground or pots later, just like propagating. Think like red Solo cups with a leaf sticking out of the top of it, sort of deal. Like just as many as I can of all the different seeds and buds that I have, and water and tend to them. How are the cleric buds doing, by the way?
How many? I don't remember how many days it's been. It's gotta be
I
close.
don't
It was
know.
10 days, right?
Something like that.
I think I'm just gonna say 2 more days and they'll be ready.
Okay, so I will tend to those as well.
Rad.
At least be doing that.
Okay. Morgan, you and Alexandrite set up some dummies and targets just to not a functional training room, but a place that you can still just practice anyhow. How does that go? What do you say?
I'm considering, now that we have a more structured encampment, to bring you along.
Out of this hellhole?
Yes.
I mean,
I
I'd love
heard
to.
that.
What is the? It's
Shut
very
up.
nice. It's thank you for your hospitality. Look, are the rest of them okay with that?
I mean, I can bring it up, but I feel like it would be nice to have more.
If it helps, I can be there so they feel bad saying no to my face.
Or I give you a little more extra training and you stay here and you stay and work with Mom.
What? In what way work with Mom? Mom's just sitting here and waits.
You know what? I feel like it's time for her to get at least the most basic of knowledge of how to defend herself.
Got him.
You know, she never did train. She made me do training, but she was... Maybe I should teach her how to fight.
I believe it's proper. Or not proper. I believe it would be the best move.
You're fucking right. Goddamn. Fine. Yeah. I'll do that and use these little draw dummies to see what she can do. She's powerful. She just doesn't know how to use it.
Start off slow, no magic. Incorporate it as you go.
All right.
But little magic, not the big magic. We're going to need that magic.
Sure. To hold on to whatever arcana she can. Gotcha. All right. Hey, did you get the trunk from the HQ?
So here's the thing. It was gone. It was weird. It showed that Ballast was there, but he normally makes his bed, but it was left to shovel. The other two's beds were not touched. Everything else was still there. And footprints leading out were his feet, except for the last two. And I draw a perfect image because I have great imagery.
That is very strange. Well, okay. Don't worry about it. Next time we're there, I'll see if I can track it down. I appreciate you looking at least.
Of course.
Cutting away from there, unless you have anything else to say.
I'm good.
We have Kinfath reading for as long as he can.
Correct.
16 full hours. Potting plants. Anybody else?
I have several things I'd like to talk to players about.
By all means.
We should do that.
Yes. I was gonna come to you first. Hello, Vesper.
Hello, Kaelinor. I drop a plant on the ground on purpose.
Lovely. Hey, do you mind taking a look at my arm? It's been a minute. It hasn't been bothering me, but to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, of course.
Pull up my sleeve. How am I looking?
Well, Foster's gonna tell me what your arm looks like, but you know, it looks like an arm.
No better or worse than the last time. So, spread up your forearm into your mid upper arm, but it is no longer reaching your neck and your heart as it was at the worst of it.
Right.
You look like shit, but I don't think it's getting worse.
Yes. How would you like to take a walk with me? Go do a little experiment.
Well, I love walking, and you like experiments, I think.
Well, that's what got us here, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've noticed a pattern. Since atop the mountain when I fell unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that specifically lightning sorcery has aggravated my arm. And
dude, that's like your thing.
I know it's
really
challenging.
inconvenient, actually.
I have tried to avoid it in combat for fear of just falling unconscious again, but
Right.
in a controlled environment, maybe it would do to see what happens.
You want me to like watch you while you like blow your arm up?
Potentially.
Okay.
We should have got a training facility.
But yeah, I figure we head somewhere just outside the city where we're not gonna draw attention throwing spells, unless you. I mean, much of my lightning spells are rather destructive. I don't really want to throw a lightning bolt into the wall in here. So.
That's fair. Bob is working very hard.
That is.
Okay.
He do be building.
Yeah, let's go make a mess.
As always.
You two make your way out of this place and head. I have imagined Potions and Lotions being pretty far west in the city. I don't think I've ever said that out loud, but
Sure.
Is now.
for the sake of it.
I suppose.
You two make your way out to the western side of the city. Maybe a mile or so out, you find just like a patch of green grass, a big old field. What do you want to do out here specifically?
I'm gonna start slow. I'm just gonna hold out my hand and do a first level chromatic orb at lightning damage. I'm just gonna kind of just chuck it at like a 45-degree angle straight up.
Work. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a 9.
Can I in any way influence how well this attack is delivered while doing this? Does that benefit this check in any sort of way?
Like if it were to hit or not, you mean, or?
That, or if it was guided, or if I offered myself as a target to guide it?
What the fuck?
I
I'm
think
not gonna throw it at you.
this check
you
that
should.
he makes is, I think it's going to be unguidable, because I think it's an internal just thing within the gym that he has to deal with.
Rip.
But okay, with that 9, you do see that a slight pulsy, inky blackness within the gym as you cast that for just a moment, and then you feel an intense pain in your arm as it spreads very slightly up your arm.
Like I have, like to
You're also
imagine
going to take
Oh.
3 necrotic damage.
I know. 3 damage taken. I would like to have. I didn't say this, but like kept my sleeve like rolled up on my arm and kind of have my arm out and available for Vesper to see as I did this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of like clench my fist a little bit as that necrotic damage comes through. That hurt. Do you see any advantage to continue pressing this to see what happens, or am I just inflicting pain on myself?
Well, it is certainly advantageous to our curiosity. Whether that is worth your body is up to you. It looks cool. You know.
Unfortunately, it does.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Would I like have any sense of a threshold that this is pushing toward, or anything that I could do to help like resist that?
I will let you choose either a medicine or a religion check.
Believe it or not, one is way better than the other.
Investigation.
10.
Okay, yeah, 10. That's not bad.
+7. Oof.
With the medicine check, you are not with only a 10. You're not gaining a lot of knowledge here, but what you are able to know is that it spread slightly more this time than it did last time.
Okay. It seems exponential in what it's doing. Okay. That's important maybe to know. Maybe it has to do with how much of a spell you cast on something, or how hard you clench your butt cheeks when you're I don't really know how to do that stuff. Whatever, you know.
I had a similar thought. Should I try and dial it up, do something more potent?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna offer myself up as a target this time. Actually, hit me with it.
Vesper, are you?
I'm
are
afraid
you sure
I'm so Shut up, Kaelinor. Hit me with the lightning. And I'm gonna try to hit it with my sword.
I was going to lightning bolt. Are you
Still in front of you?
Okay, I take a step back. I would like to imagine that Kaelinor's lightning bolt kind of looks like the Titan charge up punch, but it's just his hand just doing that rather than like an actual punch. So he kind of pulls back for a second.
I'm gonna
energy
ground my
crackles,
sword and hold my hand out like a fucking catcher's mitt.
and then I'm gonna hit Vesper with the lightning bolt.
All right. Vesper, I guess roll me a dexterity saving throw.
And I need to make a con save, yeah?
Yes.
Should I fucking fail this? Can I fail this? 25. Can I auto fail this? Or does it matter?
I mean, you could auto fail a dex save. You could choose to not avoid it.
That's true.
I think I would in this case, right?
All right.
Like,
yeah.
mechanically speaking.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I will
mean, you're
use my
trying to get
dex
hit
save
by
to
it.
catch it on purpose.
Okay.
Okay.
So I failed my con save for sure.
Okay. You see it creep up even a little more than the last time. And you take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I also deal 25 points of lightning damage to Vesper.
You sure do.
This is true.
What? Is there anything you're trying to do with that?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can ground your lightning with my sword and if I am affected by the things that hurt you in the same way. Or in any way, in a reciprocal way, in fact. Does my sword now have the ability to heal you?
No. But well, I mean, it kind of, but it takes more than being hit by lightning. But what you gather from that, Vesper, is exclusively pain of electricity. You feel no necrotic influence at all.
Vesper walks back up to you with like soot and dirt all over him, and his hair is completely stuck up, and he says, can I see your arm?
I hold on. Are you okay?
I see. Oh, no. It appears as though the necroticness, the shit that's inside of you, if you will, is only inside of you. It's not leaving. And wait, actually, hold on. And I stab you with my sword. I'm gonna
Nice.
offer my sword toward you. Can I try something?
I mean, we've come this far.
Okay, I just want to like make a little, I want to make you bleed over that stuff that's on your arm. Just one little thing with it.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna hold my arm up so some like drips out.
Yeah.
Roll to see if you hit.
Medicine check from either one of you, both of you, if you want,
Both?
or
Can I do
if you want to
Arcana?
help him. Nope, just medicine.
Damn. I'll help you then, because my medicine's useless.
Yeah.
Every dice has a 20.
27.
That's a nat 20, baby. That's a
And a
nat
1.
and a nat 20. You hold on.
Yours was the 20 and mine was the 1.
Perfect.
You inspect this blood coming out. In fact, you probably put it in a little petri dish or something.
Definitely, yeah.
Vesper would have. And within the crimson of this blood, within the salty smell, there's what looks like crude oil mixed in with it, like just black streaks of like floating, but it doesn't smell like oil. It smells like death.
Dog, your blood reeks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I can't believe it's taken us this long to try this.
Yeah. Does that change anything about his arm and where it's going? Do I have any inclination that I could fucking drain this out of him?
You even as blood keeps dripping out of it, you don't see, without magical influence, this
Sickness.
Yeah, there's
Because he
this
do be down with
corruption. You don't see the corruption receding.
Okay, perfect. Huh. I don't know, man. It's a little bit beyond me. I mean, I can ask for some guidance spiritually, but that's a mess, you know. That might be making it worse. In fact, I'm letting you know personally kind of afraid to do that.
That's
Unless you
fair.
want me to.
If you are fearful of the repercussions, then I trust your insight.
Okay. I'll put my hand on your arm and try to stop your bleeding, but I'll heal us back up. Well,
If actually, before you use a spell slot to heal yourself, are you healing me?
if you want me to. If you need it.
If you were going to, or even if you're not, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Let me try one more thing as well.
Okay.
I'd like to hold out my crystal hand and kind of place it on your shoulder, and I'm going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on you.
Whoa. This is backwards.
It is. That's pretty good. 16.
Yeah.
From the 25 I took from you. It's something I picked up recently.
I have taught you
but-
well, my protege.
Uh,
Maybe
you
one day
sure
you'll
have.
be as great of a wizard as me.
Oh, maybe one day, friend. Oh.
Did Vesper offer any healing to Kaelinor?
I would in trade.
Would not.
Now, you still have yet to get this good. Whoop-bam! I'll do like a fucking 3rd level cure wound or something.
I'm missing 7 HP.
Yeah. Well, like you, like I think in the same way, I'm thinking, the higher levels you do stuff, the higher levels I do stuff could, you know.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
in character, I said something that would make us agree upon that, and then we fucking, and I heal you as big as I can.
As you do see what has happened just here in these moments pretty much recede back to where it was. Maybe a little remains that is worse than when you started, but it does slowly recede with Callum's magic on the way back.
Callum's magic.
Yeah, Vesper's magic. You know.
Can really use a wild magic core right now.
Great, that's cool. So the number that I roll on these healing dice isn't calculated into how much that changes. Ryan figured out, and Vesper doesn't know.
Oh man.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to do while we were out yonder?
I had a couple errands in town that I was gonna run. If you'd like to come with me, I just want to pick up a couple things, stop by Jessox.
Yeah. Assuming that I could water some plants around this time and still get a fair amount of that work done, then yeah, I'll definitely go.
Sure. We'll come back to you guys in just a second. Does anybody else have anything they want to do back at the base?
I think Ren would be trying to walk around the city a bit.
Sure. Any destination in particular, or just trying to see it?
Probably library, but specifically looking for like churches or worship sites around the city as he's walking.
Yeah. You find churches to a lot of minor lords around here. Lord of Light, Lord of Clarity, Lord of all sorts of celestial beings. But you do find one church. It's a relatively small church, but you find a church that is dedicated to Sol.
Burn it.
What does it look like?
It looks like it is stone and cubical, rectangular, but very angular. Very basic, not very ornate, excepting right above the door there is an especially ornate stone carving of the sun just like flowering out across the entire thing.
I want to take specific note of that. I might even try. Let me see if I have the proper stuff to do so, otherwise I won't. I may not have scribbling materials in my backpack. I doubt I do.
Scribbling
One
materials.
green crayon in Ren's inventory.
Yeah, I don't. So I'll just take a. I'll take a mental image for what it's worth, and I might meander in. Do I notice anybody looking a bit priestly?
Yeah, I think you see multiple like effectively sisters in here, and then one priestly guy like going around and talking to people as they need him, and wearing like imagine a Catholic priest, but it's bright orange instead.
I'm gonna specifically let that dude do what he needs to do with people. I might just kind of saunter over to one of the sisters and just say, "Is this kind of a normal day for you guys?"
Oh, well, yes. Every day except for the day of we have service.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Oh, were you going to ask which day we have service?
Yeah.
I'll give you one guess.
Tuesday.
It's Sunday.
See, in my player brain, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think we used the Gregorian shit here.
Well, it's because it's
But-
the sun, Zach.
Yeah. Yes.
Even if the rest of the week wasn't, it would still be Sunday.
Got Yeah. No. I guess that's a dumb question. I'll be going, I guess.
Oh no, please stay if you'd like. Is there anything we can do for you? You seem, forgive me, not lost per se, but wandering. Are you new to the faith?
You could say that. Bit of I guess unique history. I'm just trying to ask questions, really.
Sure. Well, any of the sisters or the father would be happy to talk to you about that.
He seems busy. I wouldn't want to bother him. Maybe maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. I come back.
Sure. We'd be happy to see you.
Thanks. Thanks.
The Sister West.
I'll meet the greeting, shake the hand, awkwardly kind of fumble the social encounter, and go. Just leave.
Sounds good.
And then I'll continue to the library, where I hope to maybe find some reading material on Soul.
Yeah, there's a decent amount here about just like the faith and that people have believed in. Is there anything in specific you're looking for?
25-year history, maybe. I'm like, no. Just general history on Soul, what's known, because like I don't know anything. I know fuck all. So
Yeah,
anything, everything.
you basically get a rundown of what they believe in. Like, he is the Lord of Light, the Giver of Life. You see that he's often depicted as a man, although he is a being that is the sun, and so not necessarily anything. But he's often just also depicted as just the sun itself. You see that people believe that he is the god of fire, brings warmth to the home and to the hearts and to hearths. A long history of the people who have believed in him and what they have done, and you do see footnotes about others within his pantheon, Aquarius and Gaia and Kalum, but they are marked as like the lesser gods in these books. You get a solid sense that this god, this being Soul, has been there since the beginning, as far as people believe, and they believe he is good, and they believe he is just, and he has many followers throughout this land and throughout lands beyond.
Credit.
Ha! Ha ha!
Question was, I remember, but I don't remember the context. I remember Beautiful One making note of Soul as their nephew, right? Was that public, or was that like an internal monologue?
She said it out loud. It is not noted in any of these books. In fact, you don't see a note of any of these three beings that you're vaguely... Well, I guess you don't even know that the Great Elemental exists probably in character, but these other two, Chronostra and the beautiful one, are not mentioned anywhere in this.
And would my... Has Ren heard the name Kalina Kostoff yet?
I don't think Kalina would be noted in this book.
Does my character know about Kalina?
Did the
I
sun
can't
say it?
recall.
Yes,
I
yes, the
can't
son
remember
did
if-
talk about Kalina, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
You
him
asked about
talking
his last chosen,
her.
and he talked about what she did.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did he use her name?
He did.
Okay. Could I look for other books on Kalina?
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Or history, whichever you prefer.
I think they're equally shite. Equal shite. Understanding that I'm really feeling quite lost and not looking in the right spots, could I maybe go ask a librarian for help finding this? Maybe advantage on the roll, or being...
I think you go and you ask the librarian, and the librarian is basically unable to come up with anything on her either.
Okay.
They you have to you would I think infer then that she is from a place far different than here, and that there are kind of two sects of the religion that sprouted individually and cooperatively, I suppose.
It's a mighty intelligent interpretation for somebody with a -1 intelligence modifier. Noted. I will make my way back. I'm gonna go back to the hideout, and I would like to try and describe the seekings of the church to Bobby the Builder.
Gotcha. Bobby tries to it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that place, and you want it to kind of look like that, or we'll just...
If you could somehow marry that with like a garden, very, very natural, but I'm okay with some stone stuff.
Some stone, some vine, some greenery.
If it's not stepping on your toes, that'd be awesome.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I appreciate it. And then I just want to put a footnote. I would like to make a roomy bedroom. But that's all for like gameplay.
Word. That is going to cost you 200 gold. Is that cool with you?
Deal.
All right.
Can I deduct it now and assume it would be built? Because it's got a timer.
Definitely.
Like a build time.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, is that something we should be doing now?
The rooms, I put my own timers on, significantly less. But yes, if you'd like to build your own bedroom, by all means, deduct what gold and tell me what you want.
I want a roomy bedroom. That you said 200?
Yep, 200 for a roomie.
What's a regular one?
125.
I have 15 silver, so I'm just gonna keep sleeping on the floor.
I have
You
my.
can bunk in my room, Kinveth.
Thank you, Ren.
I'll sleep
I
on your
have-
floor.
I have my bedroll. I'm good.
Y'all
Morgan is
wild.
used to a life on the move, you know.
Same, but I'm gonna have a fucking door.
Are you going with a cramped space or a roomy space?
Or
The small one.
vast.
Okay. Ebenezer, are you building a room?
Well, he has one upstairs. He's good.
Oh, this is true.
Cheater.
Is Maeve making a room?
No. Think I want to save.
If anybody
just-
is not buying a room for gold reasons, I will buy them a cramped room. Because I feel like people should have a place to sleep.
Yeah,
Okay, bet then.
I'll take your charity for sure.
Same.
So
You are
Morgan?
printing gold.
I will be in 7
Not you.
days.
Morgan,
Oh.
you want a room?
Fuck you. Wait, yeah, you are printing gold, you piece of shit.
I'm from here on out. It's going into a group fund.
Yeah,
Why
here on out. This fucking
I'll take it.
guy.
I'll take a small.
So 3 at 125 is 375. Is that right?
Sounds right.
Good. Cool.
And while all this is going on, while building is happening in the space, Ebenezer, you are sort of walking through the main arena spot when I guess Steve pulls you aside.
Even
Steve.
And it's like, Ebenezer, could I talk to you for just a moment?
Oh, sure. I was just on my way to run the shop for once in my life. Ha! Funny. Yeah.
It's just when I went and talked to Ashanti to set up this meeting, she was particularly interested in meeting you. Do you know why that might be?
Clever.
I would not know. I'm very unfamiliar with her myself.
Well, she just knows stories, I suppose. But if you've not met, then strange indeed. But I just figured you should know that she takes particular interest in you before you go eventually.
I am terrified by that, I think.
That's valid. She's a scary individual.
Great. That's awesome. Well, thank you for bringing it to my attention. I will
Sure, yeah.
make sure I go in carefully, more or less.
Sounds good. Take care. Best of luck with the shop and with Karen.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a break. She's probably deserved it, but probably not. But either way, it would be nice to run the shop for a little bit.
Definitely. Okay, goodbye. She walks off, and so you're headed up to run the shop for a bit?
Yeah, I just want to run. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. Just
I want to be a customer.
you have to have money to be a customer.
No. I want to be an NPC customer.
Sure. Let's run that then.
It won't take long, I promise.
Ebenezer gets to the.
I would much prefer Kinfath be a customer.
No. I am an NPC.
Ebenezer, you get to Potions and Lotions, still open, nearing the end of the day, I suppose. But Karen sees you come upstairs and is like, "Oh, you're off again to wherever the hell?"
Karen, I am actually here to run the shop. You can go take a break. Go eat like a sandwich or something.
Do you... Really?
Yes. Really?
You literally never give me a break before. Like this is the first time ever that you've given me a break.
I'm feeling generous, Karen. Don't push it.
You don't have to tell me twice. She walks out the door, pulling a cigarette out of her pocket, and just like walks away.
Is Ebenezer a shit boss, bro?
I think that's what is meant to be gathered from all of these interactions with Karen.
No, the problem is I have a Karen I'm working with. That's
With?
the problem.
Okay, so
You take the counter, and it is familiar, and you get a sense of almost nostalgia, despite it not having been that long since you were here, to be back behind the counter again. The feeling doesn't get to settle in for long before a customer walks through the door with the ding of the bell.
a man in full golden plate armor will walk in with his fists up and punch you once just to interact. No. a real shady looking guy. He's hunched over and he's gonna like scuttle in and like look around. Hey, boss.
Hello, how can I help you?
The sign says lotions. You got him.
You know, the stock of lotions has been depleting for reasons, but I have them over here. And I will direct him to the lotions.
This lotion here. This lotion says for feline use only. Is that true?
Yes, yes, it is actually.
All right, I'll take that one for dogs, if I could.
Okay,
And
that'll be
potions.
30 gold.
What kind of potions do you got, buddy?
For
I got a ton of wondrous potions.
Such as? There's someone
I have-
following me. I don't got time for this.
I have
chit-chat.
the potion of soggy socks, the potion of reverse gravity, some potions of some potions of glorious dance moves.
Can I insight
Yeah.
check this from like down fucking town?
You know what? As long as the potion of reverse gravity literally just flips a person upside down in place and does not send them upwards, I'm cool with that.
All right, let me get the potion of soggy socks and that lotion for dogs.
Alright, that'll be 45 gold pieces.
Call it 44 and you get a deal.
Deal.
He'll hand you 6 copper pieces, 4 pieces of silver, and half a piece of gold.
That is
Pick up the items and begin to start walking out.
Oh
Does he
man.
just get out the door without Ebenezer stopping him?
Race.
It's been a while since I've run a shop.
Yep, customer's gone. This is what you get.
All right, that
I'm
was
gonna
all.
have to make those potions again at much more of a cost. It's fine. It's fine.
Your made up bullshit going from the soggy socks potion to anti-gravity potion literally almost killed me. I swear to God.
He's got different moods on different days, man.
Wow.
You get to Bruin. The day comes to an end unless anybody has any. Oh wait, you two. Where were you going again?
I would like to go to a leatherworker first.
Sure.
And could you remind me, like, the rough, like, size of the chest I have that's a bag of holding?
Probably like a foot by a foot.
Fruit by the foot.
Perfect.
I love that.
Perfect. I would like to find a leatherworker. Do you want me to just tell you what? It's a little complicated, and I feel like role playing it's gonna take a while. Can I just tell you?
Sure.
Okay. I want like a little
A
harness to the dimensions of. I have that already. A little harness to the dimensions of the chest
Okay.
with a strap, so that I
Okay.
can like wear it like a satchel.
Like a purse.
But then I also want like kind. Well, yeah, but like I mean, shit. We're all walking around with backpacks and satchels. Don't give me that shit.
Okay, but
Um,
yours is fabulous.
It is. Thank you.
It's not even
I
trending
would-
yet.
I would also like a little like strap to connect it to the bottom of my backpack so that it doesn't like dangle all the time and like bump into my leg, so it like stays connected to kind of like a
Sure.
bedroll on the top, but for my chest on the bottom, so I can just like unlatch it and then pull it and use it and put it back.
Guy says you can do it for 2 gold.
Fantastic.
This leatherworker
Oh.
is crazy. Holy shit.
Is it something that I have to like come back for though? I'm assuming.
Come back tomorrow and he'll have it.
Fantastic.
Any other errands?
Can I put an order in for a really long, cool belt that I can do cool loops with and tie my stuff together?
Sick.
2 gold.
This guy's a con.
I'd also like to get a bandolier with. I'd like to give him the casing that I have and be like, I want a bunch of loops this size all the way around the belt.
4 gold.
Fantastic. Cool. And then I also want to talk to Jessex after.
Word.
Oh, hey, about
you-
talking to Jessox, how are we gonna approach that real quick
Well-
before I, like, fucking say something dumb, which I totally don't do all the time?
So far, I have not told him anything about running into his future selves, save the fact that I gave him a little bit of the gunpowder. Though that's only from a few years in the future and not nearly as
Right.
destructive as you turned into a mechanical tyrant god. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Okay.
However, I'm struggling with the morality of continuing to help him. If I'm being honest.
I mean, I think if we slip some things in, like, you shouldn't get into politics, it's totally not your vibe, sort of, like, we have a lot of time to work this guy out of that.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he could help me before I really started worrying about that.
So you want to use him first before we save him and millions of people?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
You have at least 4,000 years.
It's true, Kinpeth. Thank you from somewhere. And your wisdom.
Just imagine Galen, or not Galen, or Kid
You have at least 1,000.
He just comes running by the wall.
You have at least 4,000 years.
Oh, anyway. But yeah, I was. I'm not gonna. mention
Okay, don't
anything, at
let
least
me
not-
talk.
Okay, don't talk.
You two arrive at what is soon to be the Magic Motel. Door is, in fact, when you arrive, there's not a door on the hinges. As you can see, it's being replaced.
Oh, I would like to knock on the door for him.
Who's that? Nip? Oh, yes, please do come in now.
Open
Hello,
an
friend.
invisible door.
How goes the project?
Rather well. In fact, let me show you what I've come up with. He pulls honestly a sizable thing. I don't know about the huge slam, but what looks like something the size of like an engine, like a V8 engine, sits it on top. And he's like, this machine, I've managed to store electricity inside of it.
It's fascinating.
I don't know if this is quite what you're looking for, but it's the first time I've ever managed to succeed.
Sure, yeah, it is still progress. For my intended purpose, it would have to be far smaller, but I mean that comes with time and progress and understanding.
Well, while you're here, I thought I might be able to make it smaller with a little bit of a new material. There is hold on.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Side quest.
Jessox, well, I can store electricity inside my body. So
Watch this.
That-
Lightning bolt.
I still look fried.
Fucked up, yeah.
Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I should have written this down.
It's called Suede.
Yeah.
And if you rub it together really fast, it will shock you.
I need this new thing. It's called microplastics. Have you guys heard of it yet?
Please
It's in-
don't
it's
introduce
in-
microplastics
I
into the
don't
world and that
know.
also be our fault.
It's in everyone's balls.
Oh, you know what? He's gonna
It's
ask
microplastics.
for there's a special type of porcelain that comes from a unique monster near the northeast end of Wynn. It is sort of a large, tusked, ogre orky looking guy. I didn't ask him what he's called, but I did find one of their loose tusks one day, and I found it to be very good for this sort of thing. If you could get me one of those and another one to use, I may be able to make progress on making this smaller.
Said it was in Northeast Wind. What was the name of the creature again?
I didn't ask its name, what it was called.
Oh.
But it's big and tusked and ogre orcish looking.
So we should poach these guys for science?
I mean, you could just take their tusks. You don't have to necessarily kill them.
Have you tried to take tusks off a creature without killing it?
No, that's why I'm sending you.
Do you think that would be a smart thing to do?
I am only here to move science forward. The risks are, well, if it's worth it to you, then it's worth it to me.
Wouldn't that upset their ability to exist in the wild?
Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. He doesn't say that out loud, but that was just a trick quote.
How much of this material do you need?
If you can get me just a single tusk, that's all I need.
Okay. Now, what would that one tusk do for us? What is the how far does that get us?
When ground up into a small material, they are reflective of electricity to an extent where they may be able to contain it in a small area, as in an area small enough to be attached to a sword, perhaps.
Okay. All right. Well, I will.
If you can get me the thing, you can have what you want. Is that clear?
I understand that. I understand that
Yes.
much.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Well, I will. I'll see what I can do.
Sounds good. Was there anything else I could do for you while you're here?
I don't think I have anything else today.
Well, all right. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. He walks back and you can see him attaching the hinges to a door.
Nice.
Sick.
Anything else anybody else wants to do today?
Nope.
I do.
All right.
I have a couple. Oh,
Go ahead.
you go ahead, buddy. Riley? Okay, I guess
Plug
Anyways.
your headset back in.
I quit.
Go ahead.
Dave's in the store.
Okay, hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is Kaelinor going to come back to the shop, presumably,
Yes.
at some point? Stand by for roleplay once you make your way back.
what I was about to say was that I have a couple of things I want to talk to other PCs about, so I was gonna come back. So
Cool.
I'm back.
As you walk in the door, I hear the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Kaelinor, just the man I wanted to see at this
And
hour.
Vesper.
Vesper, I mean, it's great to see you too. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Whoa. Holy shit.
And I walk downstairs.
I truly meant no disrespect towards him. I hope he knows that. Kaelinor, I wanted to talk to you about helping me convince Amethyst to let me make a teleportation circle down in the arena.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. I'm glad to engage in a conversation with you. However, if you really want to convince Amethyst of anything, you might want to speak to Morgan as well. here.
That doesn't really concern him, I don't think, right? I mean,
Correct. But
so hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. Hear
Okay.
me out. Galen, hear me out.
yes.
I
yes.
can cast the spell. I can make this happen for us.
That's excellent.
But I'm going to need, hopefully, Amethyst to speed up the process of making it a permanent circle.
Well, I mean, we could approach the subject with her. I'm not entirely certain if the magic she uses is quite the same. But it's worth an attempt for sure.
I kind of had a combination thought of maybe she can speed it up, and if she can't, maybe she could at least contribute or help keep the circle intact daily, so it could become permanent over time.
That is plausible. Also, perhaps you mentioned a arcane study to the contractor. Perhaps a arcane ally could maintain that for you as well. It's worth looking into.
There's options.
If the Fey Queen is able to help, but I believe her magic is different. I don't know if it would accomplish what you wanted, but we can always talk to her.
I just thought that you being magically inclined, obviously in more ways than one than me, maybe you could spread some knowledge or wisdom on the matter.
I'm happy to try.
All right. I assume she's in the basement, like she has been since she's gotten there. So let's head that way right now.
Sure. Let's go.
You head down the stairs, and around the time you do, you see Bobby heading out, and he says, "Those weird kids you got with all the doodads on the bodies really know how to work. Your shit is done. So I'm out of here." And the queen, not the queen, Steve, gave.
Who told him?
Compensation, so we're all set, Ebenezer.
Hey, thanks Bobby.
Thanks for the work. Yeah, you have a great one, man.
You too.
Everything is done, including all our special facilities.
Yeah.
What
Wild.
the
I
fuck?
love that.
In rules is written, you just get them. So.
I told you guys
you
Bobby
get
was
them.
the best. What did I say, eh?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Bobby's the best.
Goodbye, Robert.
I sent you the
just
options
Bobby.
I wanted for my tools.
Red. Got it.
Sick. We have a base now, guys.
Base is completed. You walk down the stairs. Are you going to talk to Steve?
Yes, so we're gonna go
Apparently.
talk to Steve.
You know what? As Bobby leaves, Amethyst takes the little robe off and becomes Amethyst again. I'll have to give this to Vesper next time I see him, and she just like tucks it in a little like breast pocket.
I literally walked down here before them.
Where are you at right now? Are you in her presence?
Standing behind her like, okay.
You're like, oh, you're so quiet, Vesper. Yeah. Just hand it down to you.
Thanks.
So, Amethyst. Hello, it's me, Ebenezer. We spoke earlier about the scary Time Lord god.
I know who you are, Ebenezer. Yes.
So I was wondering if you could help with, possibly. Are you familiar with teleportation circles?
Indeed, we sort of created a spatial bypass system of those in the Fey realm. That's how the lanterns work.
That is fantastic. I would like to make one here for us, so we could, at any time, teleport ourselves back without relying on being attuned to a magic item to get that to happen. In case, just in case, really. Obviously, either method would work. But in the case that we can't telephone you, we could teleport back home. So I was thinking about making one here, and either perhaps you or some other help could keep maintaining the circle daily, but maybe also that you could speed up the process of making it permanent.
See, I remember out of character talking about how this is not going to be worth it, but fine, let me still look at what I can do.
Just tell him straight up, it's not not worth it. Come on, Amethyst,
we
tell
are,
him no.
as a group, becoming attuned to a lot of things, and I think it would be beneficial to drop one if we can.
I also think it's beneficial to be able to send a message globally to someone else besides asking for a fucking ride.
Does the telephone have a cooldown?
Once a day.
Once a day.
If it was infinite, I would absolutely just be using it constantly. Are you kidding?
Hi, Mom.
Here's what I'll say. I don't think, because of the way the spell is written, that it's going to be able to be made with any semblance of speediness. However, I will establish some teleportation circles within the world if you want, canonically, and where they would be. I think you do have to be familiar with the circle that you want to go back to.
That's
Is
true.
that right? Who's
You have to have the fast travel point unlocked.
Yeah, well,
Literally.
essentially, yeah. So what I'm gonna say is that there is a teleportation circle in the castle of Ashmere, but it's not one that you've seen. It is there if you want to try to pursue that eventually to get access to it. There is one, however, at Bogseth that you have definitely seen. So you can use that one. Then, as far as other ones in Win, let me see here.
I can create a portal anywhere though and go back to.
Yeah, you can go to
That
any permanent
location.
one that you know. Yeah.
But
So
like,
if
if
you-
you get the Ashmere sequence, like wherever we are, you could blip us back to Ashmere Castle.
It put us in the castle, which we have no business in being. But I mean, yeah.
I'm sure that this is like, I don't know. I imagine it would be in a traversed area. If for you to get the sequence, you have to go to it. So,
It could just be for the royal guard though, or some sort of the royal mage or whatever.
if that's true, you won't get the sequence, and we won't ever blip there.
That's why I'm making one here.
It takes
Like
a year
talking
to make
a
one.
wall.
Yes.
In our year and a half of playing this campaign, like a month has passed.
If it's made daily, if it's maintained daily.
Yes, but that would require you to have somebody else here who's casting 5th level spells all the time.
That's why I was asking the queen.
Hashtag net worth.
She says, I do need to try to preserve my magic for the oncoming, or the incoming disaster. So I don't think I'll unfortunately be able to help maintain this. However, I am sure there are others in the world that you could seek out if you really want to do that. Perhaps there's one here even in this city. If I had to guess, it would be within a castle grounds.
I bet Norm could have done it.
Who's Norm?
I would like to shoot Ebenezer.
He was a good friend of ours.
I'd like to kick Ebenezer in the ass.
Okay, I understand. It was a long shot. I thought I'd ask to see if you could help us or not. I'll go see about some of my other contacts who might be able to help.
Okay.
That was Ebenezer's gonna like kick a rock and like pout on his way up to his room upstairs.
Well, Ebenezer, before you go,
What?
could I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah. What's up?
Howdy, teenager. What?
And, also, I tried to find Kinfath if he was around.
I've been waiting for this. Are you gonna talk to both of us together or one at a time?
I was gonna talk to both of you together.
Sick. Okay. Well, you're with Ebenezer, so you guys will find me. And Kinpath will have the glasses that like have the string that go behind his head, and he's gonna have this manual open with his legs crossed. Ah, compatriots. I've been increasing my knowledge, reading this book, and I don't really get it. So what's going on?
Excellent. Anyway, I was hoping to talk a little strategy with you two. I was trying to find ways to utilize my magic in conjunction with the team in helpful ways. I have a spell called Polymorph.
Not what I was expecting or hoping you to say.
Well, give me a second.
So basically, it's enlarge.
I literally, yeah. But even better. With this spell, I could transform functionally anything into a different creature. All manners of things. Some I could turn a dragon into a rat if I wanted to. It'd be a challenge, but for the sake of us, I could change our team into a rather large and imposing creature for the sake of a battle.
You can do it to me.
I was specifically looking to you two. One, Kinfeth, you frequently find yourself in the thick of things in general, and this would just give you some more options and some extra durability. And Ebenezer, it would respectfully keep you in the fight a little longer.
Yeah, that's the price I pay for being a 79-year-old D&D adventurer.
That is true.
I'll pat him on the back a little bit too hard.
As far as my understanding of it goes, if you have summoned a being that is already operating on the battlefield, you'd be able to maintain your focus on the spell even as a creature. Something that you needed to manually manipulate, like a flame sphere, would probably not function the way you wanted it to, but an elemental would still be fighting alongside us as long as you were concentrating on it. So,
does polymorph, I assume, works in a sense like wild shape?
how do you mean? Similar.
Separate health bar. When it gets low, you transform back into yourself.
Functionally, yes. You will gain the physical form of the beast and its attributes that come with that. One thing that's significantly different from wild shape, when Maeve transforms, she's still Maeve and obtains the physical characteristics of the creature without impacting her mind. With polymorph, you will have your senses dulled a little bit. You'll be impaired slightly.
Try it out on me.
I don't know how much it'll negatively affect. I don't have it prepared currently, unfortunately, or I will.
God damn it, dude.
But I do.
Tomorrow,
I have
then.
Sure. I have a couple of different creatures in mind, but I just wanted to make sure to communicate with you guys before I was just like, hey, I'm gonna do something on the battlefield.
All right. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Excellent.
As you know, the thought of turning into a creature is very disturbing to me. But as long as
You
I have,
literally did it earlier this campaign.
And he didn't
You
like
fucking
was-
turn into a frog, you fuck.
it was disturbing.
No, you turned into a T-Rex by your own volition.
This is true.
No, I didn't turn into a T-Rex.
Oh no, you summoned a T-Rex. That's
I
right. Okay,
summoned
right,
the
right.
T-Rex.
Okay, but you did turn into a frog. That's
Yeah, that was awful. Uh, as long as I have my summons up, then what is it gonna do? It further impair me? Oh no!
and to that point, I actually think that being in a sturdier form will help you maintain concentration on your spells a little bit. So
that could be. That could be. As long as you turn me into something badass.
The
Turn you into a
deity
beaver.
approved options that I have here are giant ape, T-Rex, mammoth, and huge giant crab.
Dude, I
So-
want to be please make me a huge giant crab.
Dude, make me
Please.
if you turn me into a T-Rex, you have a deal.
Sure, we'll try tomorrow. I can afford to test it with each of you once.
Let's fucking go. I cannot wait for tomorrow.
Confess, we're gonna be
Incredible.
like the Power Rangers out here, bro.
What's a Power Ranger?
You don't know about the Power Rangers?
I'm a monk.
They,
We don't
I
have.
have another book
a
for you
group
to
of
read.
bowmen who are really strong.
Whoa.
Power Rangers. So the night comes to a close unless anybody else has any specifics they want to talk about or do.
I did.
Kaylin,
I don't want to be annoying, but I have more people I want to talk to.
all
I
right,
wanna slow
okay, go
down.
on, go on.
I'm sorry.
I gotta grab the bee bud. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'll go to Morgan first.
Tis I,
Um,
Morgan first.
Margaret the only.
hello, Morgan. Do you mind? Just curious if you cared if I took a look at one of the weapons you took from 1925 Heron. Just want to examine it.
Is that the Tommy guns?
Yes.
Okay. You mean these things? And I'm gonna pull them out and point it at him.
Please don't. I'm gonna like duck to the side and I'm gonna like kind of push the barrels down.
Okay.
Yes,
I see.
that's-
And then I'm gonna point it down to the ground.
I just would like to see one if you don't mind.
Okay.
Take it and I'll sight it a little bit and kind of feel the heft of it and look at it and that's heavier than I would have liked. I'm happy with the one I left with, but I hope they serve you well. I'll hand it back. I have
One-handed.
that I've also retrieved from that time. Excuse me, a book on the mechanics and the care of these types of weapons and a kit to upkeep if you're ever interested.
Oh, yes. That would be great.
I've gone through the book enough. You can have it and I'll hand him the book I have that's about the specifically like care and stuff of maintenance of a weapon. And I'll leave the supplies for care in the workshop if you ever want to take care of it.
Cool.
Oh.
I will pick up. Anything else?
I actually, now that you mention it, I've been kind of curious about the nature of your magic. I am well educated in the field, and I feel like I understand most of what the rest of us bring to the table, and your abilities confuse me, and I was just curious if you could.
What's so confusing?
Well, all different paths of magic user have kind of their MO, if you will, and I've seen remnants of sorcery in your magic, but also something else that I'm not familiar with.
I'm gonna say it. Oh, this, and then I'm gonna pull out my sword and then have like blood oozing up and down on the sword.
Yes, that that?
See, I have a particular skill where if I come into contact with any kind of blood, I can move it and use it.
Use it? Is that-
Emomancy, if you will.
Like you just harness power from blood?
It it powers me to a point, and it also is used as the point. I don't know how else to describe that. I'm sorry.
So, is this a power that you're born with? That is it innate with you, or is it something that you were taught?
We're gonna go with taught.
Taught.
Interesting. Is this common among the Fae?
No,
No.
this was specific for what my job is.
Very interesting. Does your craft have a name?
Do I have a name for it, or do I just say I'm
So
a
you could-
blood hunter?
Call it blood hunter, or you could call it hemomancy.
Okay,
Bloodbending.
it's hemomancy, or if you want the generic name, it's blood hunting.
And I would like to think that Kalidor is like taking notes the entire time we're having this conversation. It's incredibly interesting. Thank you for answering my questions. Your magic is impressive. I just was unfamiliar, so I was curious. I appreciate your time.
Of course. Anything else?
No, I will leave. Have a good night.
Who's
Okay.
next?
Lastly, for today, I'd like to talk to Maeve. Just wanted to check in, see how you were feeling after it was a hell of an ordeal.
Yeah. It's a lot to think about, but I'm doing okay.
It's good. It's good. I just kind of curious. What did that experience feel like?
At first, when they were just talking to me, it's really weird. It was like a bunch of voices, and it just felt very strange. But then, when I was like talking to Luther, I don't really remember a lot of that. I don't feel like I was really in that, but I don't know. It was just different.
It's astounding. It was a sight to behold. We should be proud. You have accomplished a great thing, and is no small feat.
Thank you.
You have proven to be excellent at educated guessing and calculated risks. In another life, you would make a fantastic wizard.
Noted. Thank you.
I'll leave you to your evening, Maeve. I think I'm done now.
All right. Well, that was a lot of good roleplay there. Anything else from anybody in the evening? Ebenezer, right? You have till then, right?
Yes. I'd like to go commission an item to be made.
Okay.
Can we start that tonight?
Yeah. Well, did you want to commission it here or somewhere else?
No, here at the shop that I built.
Okay. Yes. As this night comes to an end, everybody can give me, like, we'll call this the start of the Bastion turn. You can give your one Bastion order to whatever place you want.
Oh fuck! I wasn't thinking about the.
I want mine. I'm gonna DM you mine, Foster.
What does that fucking mean for somebody who's stupid?
So it's
IVS,
basically
IVS.
Do something, and you
the
have to
things,
do it.
the different things listed on the whatever facility you built are like actions that you can pick one, but it takes days instead of being like your turn in combat. So you just tell it to do one of the things that's listed. Could get a bag of holding for fucking free now.
I'm opening the gaming hall. That's mine. It's very easy. Takes 7 days.
Which place did you make again, Riley?
I made the arcane study.
Arcane study. Okay.
Well, time to figure out what we really do.
Okay. Cool. Noted. Opening the guild hall, gaming hall.
Takes 7 days.
Anybody else know what they're doing?
I'm gonna start production of where'd it go? Cloak of protection.
Okay. Could you DM me that?
Yes.
Wait, fucking. That's an
Yep.
option?
Yep.
This guy
That is
sucks.
place it is.
I'm gonna go do that too.
And I have
It can
Well-
only unfortunately do one at a time.
I have 3 people working on it, so that should only take a few days.
What?
The workshop's busted. It comes with 3 people working on stuff and 6 sets of tools that they can be proficient in. And for 2,000 gold, I can upgrade it to be a twice the size room with 2 more people working in it and even more tools. I'm cracked.
It takes 7 days to make one poison.
If it says 7, assume it's 3 instead.
Oh, let's fucking go! No way. Okay.
That was the time frame established because 7 days would take fucking forever.
Hell yeah.
Just since
I'm also
and-
assuming we're gonna be here for 3 days because we're going to take time, so we're gonna kind of skip past this, and whatever you choose right now is basically gonna be done at the end of me
Oh,
saying 3 days have
let's
passed, so.
I can't wait.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I want a
Um,
poison garden, just so you know.
Gotcha. You are going for harvest poison. Do you want 2 vials of antitoxin or 1 vial of basic poison?
2 vials.
Okay.
Alright.
Heard. What do you want to do in the greenhouse there? Do you know?
I want to make a cloak of protection. I don't know.
I think
TBH.
unfortunately each room can only be used for one thing at a time.
I can make a second one after this one.
So you could start one and have one when you come back the next time, I believe.
It will make a potion of healing then.
Okay.
You
Greater.
can make
A greater potion of healing.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, just since it was a point of contention already, I have put the 300 gold pieces that the credit card created as platinum on my character sheet, 30 platinum instead, so I can keep that separate. I'll figure out a better way to do that, but I am marking it separately for my goal now. That'll be group funds when we need to do shit.
Sick.
Rad. Okay. What did Maeve make? Trophy Hall? Did you want to do any research or anything there?
Yeah. You said we're gonna be here until we go do something else. We're not gonna go see Ashanti in the meantime.
I just assumed you wanted to take a couple days in the city, so we'll just.
Yeah. No, that's
Gotcha.
good because I can have them research her before we go. But it would have been pointless if we were
Smart.
gonna go. So, yeah. So I guess that's research lore.
Okay.
It said.
Hold on. I can do can feature a famous object. Oh, and since these researchers are Fae, they totally know who this is.
Nice.
Okay. Piece of information 1.
Wait.
Okay.
He's not ready. Okay.
Piece 1. Her web is her connection to the stories.
Burn it down. Got it.
2. She tends to eat anything that steps into her web. And 3. She is the matriarch of the spiders within the undergrowth.
Ooh.
Sick.
I just heard 3 great reasons to burn it all down. That's what I just heard.
You heard spiders that eat people. I don't like it.
I think I'm gonna prepare a fireball for this trip.
Fair enough.
Good,
I have
thanks.
fireball in a Ziploc bag.
That's true, you do.
That was happening sacristy. What can or do you want to do that in the sacristy?
I'll be more specific in a second. I'm trying to figure out time and cost table.
Sure.
If there's a way to do 2 lesser items, air quotes, in the time that we have. How many days are we here?
3. For item crafting within the Bastion, we are using the 2024 rules specifically for that because it just makes sense here, which is shorter and more forgiving. So if you're looking up item crafting rules, make sure you do that one instead.
It's literally half. It's insane how much more forgiving it is.
Feel free to continue. I'll get you that here in a second.
Okay. Well, I think garden good. That's going. Yep. I think it's the last one. But
I'll roll my
we'll resolve it as it.
I'll roll my D100.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Fuck yes. 96 to 100. 96 to 100. 96. Fuck. Oh, that's
pretty
really
good.
good. That's really good. 46 times 10 is how much money we make. How
What
much
the
money
fuck?
I make. 160 gold. Let's fucking go.
You have this guild hall, this gaming hall set up. And I'm gonna say it is like right at the front of the downstairs area, and it's just themed to look Jimmy so that the workers fit in. And a bunch of people come in from Potions and Lotions and go down the stairs and are kind of confused at, Eb's new business venture, but are like, this is cool. A lot of people spend money there. You make your gold and you have some satisfied customers.
Fuck yes.
3 days pass here in the city doing assorted things, assorted research, assorted tasks. Is there anything specific other than what's being crafted here that you want to do in those 3 days? Anybody?
Can I make a dark room?
Yes. In fact, I think making a dark room is super easy down here. You just turn off a candle, or put out a candle, and you're underground. So it's easy peasy.
Cool.
But you dedicate a dark room to that.
I want to learn how to do that stuff and spend time fucking around with it and setting it up.
Hell yeah. Hold on, let me
Does that mean his cleric buds or whatever the fuck are ready?
yes,
Oh, it
your
would, yeah.
cleric buds are done as well. Could you
Oh my god,
you
that's
make me just a
right.
flat intelligence check, Vesper? I'll be right with you, Ebenezer there.
4.
Oh,
Okay. At the end of these 3 days, you know what? Roll me 2 more for each day. 1 for each day.
Ooh.
Nat 20, we love
That
that.
one's
And 1 more.
good. That one's half as good.
In the first day, it is a struggle of trying to understand all this weird chemical science. Then something on the second day just clicks in your brain. You're like, wait a minute, it's because of this molecule within this chemical that does this from this plant, and this plant does this, and it makes this, and it's just like you got it. And the third day, no really new discoveries, but you're coasting on just fine. And so by the end of 3 days, you have a pretty good idea of how to develop photos from your camera.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Ebenezer.
So in the span of those 3 days, and I need your help with this, Foster, because I have lost the notes that had the original names on them. But in the span of the 3 days, I'd obviously run the shop, say hi to the family, but in the span of those 3 days, I would have want to have been looking for my Conjuration fighting pit buddies to see if they can cast level 5 spells.
Jesus Christ.
Flugen, Georgiak, and Obi-Dobi.
Obi-Dobi.
Dude, Obi-Dobi,
It has to
I
be
knew.
Obi-Dobi.
Give me-
Flugen Stuberdugan, by the way.
Obviously.
I believe he is
A gnome?
Tabaxi,
Oh.
because that's how I named those guys. Georgiak the Orc does not have a last name. Jorjak. Flugen, you probably need that one spelled. Fluggen.
Okay.
Last name is Stubrdugen.
What?
Jesus.
Flugen Stuberdugan.
Okay.
And
That's
then
fucking
Obi-Dobi
insane.
is exactly how you think it would be.
Yep. Obi-Dobi is kind of the one I remembered. I just didn't want to, like, mess that up.
Surely it's Obi-Dobi, that kitten.
Like the Zoom language, Obi-Dobi?
Yes. Foster, I'm gonna finish my book.
Ibn Tabak, Ibn Ababi Dababibi.
I'm gonna finish my book.
You
do I-
so.
So I go to them in the span of these 3 days
Yeah.
as I find them and just, like, ask them if they can cast teleportation circles.
They
Quick question.
fucking.
I will
Just
I'll pay them.
You know what? Obi says if you can pay him 50 gold a day, he will do it.
Oh,
That man's a scammer.
Obi-Dobi, you want 50 gold a day for
That's
a
like-
year?
All my magic for a day, man. I wouldn't be able to cast any more magic.
Oh my
What
god.
spell?
I would like to be. part of
I'm
this
not a
discussion.
very good wizard.
What, you got
All
one
right.
5th level spell slot in that spell
That's
book?
it. I don't know who you are, by the way, but yeah, that's it.
Criticizing your wizarding skills.
I
He
suck.
probably could
Hey,
only
hey.
cast conjuration, but
Kidfath isn't here, first of all.
He's everywhere.
but also
Caleb, let's not bully people into, let's not bully people here.
I am so less there, but he's fine with
Oh,
that.
Obi-Dobi. Obi-Dobi. What if?
You have nothing.
I have nothing.
Well, then it was good doing business with you. Sorry, I couldn't help anymore.
Hold on. Hold
And
on.
he walks away.
Obi-Dobi?
He
What?
walks away. He walks away.
In the span of these 3 days, I would have probably in the same day of that conversation go find Kaelinor and ask if we can contribute 50 gold a day from the money press that we have to pay to have this done for us.
So, why don't
It still takes a year.
why don't I'm gonna as Ebenezer comes up, I'm gonna imagine he like storms up to me in a huff, pissed off, trying to figure this out.
No,
and he's gonna ask
I'm
me that.
excited. No, I'm excited right now.
Okay,
At the potential of
regardless,
this actually happening.
I'm gonna like take you by the shoulders and like turn you around and be like, let's go to the castle and ask them if we can see their sigil and see if this is even worth it. Let's just try.
We literally have a money press.
Why would we spend 50 gold a day to accomplish nothing without trying the free option first?
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
I
fine.
take Ebenezer to the castle in Ashmere City.
We'd change the locks on the door.
I've got these tools.
we added a password as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ebenezer's house.
Not anymore.
It's Eb sucks with a Z.
Ebenezer is now the minority in his own home.
Yeah. I ripped the keypad off of one of those fucking doors.
It's just like stapled to the wall. It's
Yeah.
not actually connected to anything. But it's
Yep.
just-
Retina
Nice.
scanner. People who can see versus people who can't see.
You make your way to the castle. There is a public entrance where you see many citizens kind of coming in and out of the public areas of the castle. How do you go about looking for this thing or asking people about it?
Is there like like reception desk or like a help desk or anything, or if not, like guards or anything around?
You definitely find guards around, yeah.
No reception.
No reception desk in particular now.
Okay. I will approach a guard. Good day, sir.
Good day to you.
I'm a representative from Bogseth Academy. I was looking to speak with somebody about getting the sigil sequence for the teleportation circle in the castle.
Yeah, man.
What's the Wi-Fi password, bro?
Literally.
Oh, yeah, you know what, we were expecting a visitor from Dean World in here today. That must be you, I suppose.
It must be.
Could you
Ebenezer
give-
will like almost speak, but won't.
He knows he's starting to learn.
just this way. It's in the garden. Let me show you. He takes you through some halls, through some locked gates that he does have to like get open.
Oh God.
He's like, once you're on the inside, they're just locked from the outside, so you can still get through. Don't worry about that. As long as you are here from official business from the dean, as you seem to be, then all is well. He brings you out to like this inner courtyard with a big old sunroof cut out, and there's a big stone slab that is upright and a big, equally sized, fucking stone square on the ground with a couple steps that go up to it. Very ornate with clear arcane sigils going around the whole back circular device thing. And you are able to take note of the sigil code.
I would also like to do that just
I'm
for
gonna-
future use.
Out while drawing the what I'm able to see in a book, in a notebook.
What's
Ebenezer will be like, never you want one in the stupid arena, stupid castle, stupid. Yeah, yep. Sweet.
Rad.
At least we have that now, I guess.
Without costing 50 gold a day for the foreseeable future of this campaign.
The last thing. Thanks for that. Honestly, truly, for role playing that with me. The last thing I'd like to do is collect 3 days worth of gold from, or earnings from potions and lotions.
Roll me
Make 'em-
3
yeah.
D100s, and that's how much silver you get.
nice?
Can I? So if we're staying here 3 additional days, is that correct?
Wait, did I do that right?
Yeah, just
So
to get everything out from it.
Should I add 90 more platinum to the group funds?
Yes, you can.
Amazing.
And additionally, before you all get ready to leave, you can send another order here to places within the bastion. They won't be complete before you go, because I'm assuming other things in the campaign will happen here. But
Yes.
Open
I
the
did have a
hall.
question.
yes,
Confirmation of my things. But I wanted to understand how this works, right? So you're having the time. So 10 becomes 5. Right?
if it's hold on.
The magic item specifically is the thing he's trying to figure out.
7
'Cause
becomes
that has
3.
slightly
Takes to
different.
craft.
Yeah, that has a separate rule set from the Bastion turns.
Right. Okay. You looked at these already, Evan. Can you help me out with that?
Well, so I wasn't. You've changed a lot of the rules, so I wasn't sure. He messaged me and I sent him the sheet. There is in the 2024 Dungeon Master Guide, an uncommon item says it takes 10 days and 200 gold pieces. But that can be divided based off of multiple people working on it, and also I wasn't sure if that time frame got changed alongside the Bastion turn.
Let me. I'll throw this past you, and you tell me how you feel about it.
Mm.
I was gonna work with my person in the sacristy. So if we have 3 days, my thought was 10 becomes 5. 5 across 2 is 2.5. Rounded down is 2 days of 3. The 5 becomes 2.5. Divided by 2 is 125. Rounded down is 1 day. I think there's potentially an argument that 2 things could be crafted in 3 days, and if I can, I want to give Ryan a pot of awakening.
There was a lot of rounding down that I did not understand in that situation.
Because, and well, the rounding down was specific because you gave an odd number earlier. You said if it says 7 days, assume 3. So I was assuming you were rounding down on half numbers. 7 down to 3 on Bastion turns and how long it says it takes. If something in the Bastion says specifically this will take 7 days to do, it will instead take 3. The magic item crafting, we can. I think you can take what is listed and divide it by how many people you have working on it. The time listed divided by how many people you have working on that specific item. So yeah, that's rules as written.
So, but I don't think it's going to be halved any further than that. So,
well,
if it is 10 days and you have 2 people working on it, it would take 5 days. Or if you stop working on it halfway through, then like 7. But they can be, another one can be started at the end of that 3 days if you have more people to be working on others. Do you have more than one person in the sacristy, or does it just start at 1?
I think it's just 1.
Okay, so I think right now the sacristy can only be working on one thing. If a room has more than 1, you can give a different worker a new task at the end of because this is, I'm working this out as I go, but I think you could make a new worker start another project with this new order, but the time it takes to craft the item will still go as rules have written. So rules is written. So most of the items will not be completed, it sounds like, but they will be near completed and will probably be here for you next time you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to think on that. Go ahead.
Well, everybody, if you have more orders that you can give in your particular place, feel free.
Did all the fucking workers that were building go back? What did we do?
They are here as your hireling.
Okay, can I be a helpful man, helpful little Morgan, and do a food thing for 100 days worth of rations?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
You get all sorts of vegetables that seem to be in some sort of dried state to take with you, and And somebody has even milled some bread.
Huzzah.
Theodore.
In my 3 days, I have 3 workers in my workshop, and same math on the time for the item the tier of item that Zach was trying to make, so 10 days, would be 3 1/3. Can I help out for one of the days to make it so my item's completed? Do that last third from each of them in 1 day?
Sure.
And that,
Yeah. And then you can start a new one here. Yeah.
and I'll start a new one before we go. And then I also like to spend the entire full 2 other days starting that enchantment on my revolver.
Word.
Which, if it's okay with you, I kind of have some flavor about that.
Go for it.
I was thinking that, like, there's just this, like, ritual, like, blue arcane circle on the floor and the weapon sitting opposite me. And as I'm just sitting there, like, humming the incantations or whatever, there's, like, these runes just slowly, like, etching across the edge of the barrel and stuff as I go down it. It's, like, progressing. And when I stop working on it, like, that fades. But while I'm working on it, they show they're kind of like a hive weapon almost, with, like, covered in, like, all the different runes and stuff. But only while I'm, like, focusing on the enchantment.
That's
How are
sick.
you enchanting your weapons?
Creating a magic item. Because I'm a wizard. And you can do that. Starting at level 3, you can technically do that.
Well,
So, no.
So then you're starting another cloak of protection for Vesper with your new thing? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I might as well. Actually, you know what? I'll give you the first one, Vesper. You take
yeah.
and I'll take the other. My AC is fine for now.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'll start another potion.
Red? Fucking... Oh, so I did realize, Morgan, you don't actually get those rations right now. You get them at the end of 3 days. Sorry.
I was like, what the heck are you saying to me?
There's a lot of confusing shit in my brain right now. Don't
There's
worry
a
about
lot
it.
happening very fast.
Maeve, do you want to start new research?
Yes, but this time I wanted to research trinket. Do you want
Okay.
me to read that, or
Please
do you
do.
have it? It says you commission the faculty's hireling to search for a trinket that might be of use to you. It takes 7 days, but 3. When the research concludes, roll any die. If the number is odd, they found nothing. If it's even, they find a magic item. Then you roll the implement's common table to see what it is.
Word. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They get started looking for a trinket.
Let's go.
The gambling continues.
As intended.
New potion. Fucking
We didn't
arcane
make one of those.
shit. How many workers do you have in the arcane study or whatever it is?
I have 1.
Okay. So it is still working on.
It is?
Unless you spent your time helping for 3 days.
One of them still make it 5 days?
Unless you did you send the item? Did you make the item you sent me, buddy? Earlier?
No, I sent
oh.
something else.
Oh, well then never mind.
Common is 10 days, right?
Common is 5 days. Uncommon is 10.
Oh, right. Yes, uncommon is what he sent me.
So that
So,
would be
yeah.
5 days then.
5 days total. I think if you
Could I have
spend your
spent a
time
day?
working on it as well, it'll bring that down to 7. But 3
damn
days
it.
have passed, so there will still be 4 more days. Right?
Shit.
Yeah, 4 more days. Wait. No. Because it spent 3 days out of the 10. That makes it 7. You spent 1 day, bringing it down to 6.
I thought everything was halved.
Not for making magic items. That stuff it halves if you work on it with, like, for every person who's contributing to it, you divide the time by that amount.
Also,
But-
the rules we're using are halved, but that's halved from the 2014 version, which would make this double the time.
Right.
Okay. Well, okay. So assume that I worked 2 days in the shop and then made Karen get back to work, and I helped a day on making
So-
this.
4 of 10 days are taken care of, I believe, which leaves 6 remaining days for that to be done.
That sounds right.
Okay. Dang it!
Fucking hell.
I was so excited.
And Zach, when you are decided, you can just DM me what you want it to be doing. It is probably still doing the first thing because of the same thing that he just experienced.
As long if I'm doing uncommon, yeah. If I'm doing
Right.
uncommon, it would be done, and I
If you're
could.
doing- That's true. Yes. So
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything on. I might. I'm rethinking the entire sacristy, if I'm being honest. But I will worry about that another time.
okay. Just DM me what you come up with. Yeah. 3 days pass. You find yourselves to be rested and well fed. Your spirits are lifted from not being constantly in danger. But when the days end and your business is done, you do have to get back to business. So, Bastion and downtime completed. What do you all want to do? Where are you going?
To Ashanti.
That everybody's plan?
Think so, right?
Yeah.
All right. Alex hands you guys all the. Yes.
I would like to have Maeve relay the information first, so we know what we're working with. She's gonna go, oh, I had some help with researching about her. 3 things to have in mind. 1, they say her web is her connection to the stories, whatever that may mean. 2, she said to eat anything that comes in contact with that web, so let's not do that. 3, she's supposed to be the matriarch of the spiders down there, so that's cool.
She's a spider?
Or at least in charge of them. But if she has a web, then it kind of sounds like a spider. But we'll see.
Okay.
In fact, it's very important you don't touch the webs.
Yeah, you too, bud.
If there's web on the wall.
Hey, I see what you did there.
All right. Alex hands you the lantern. It has been freshly charged.
Hey, thanks.
And Amethyst looks down to all of you. Listen, when you leave the confines of Lepus's court and go further into the undergrowth, those Fae are not. Well, they're not good people. So just be careful what you do, what you say. Be cautious making deals. And keep to the paths as best you can. Beyond that, do not forget the entire Feywilds is under attack, so do try to stay out of sight of Dahlia or her. Anyone who may be following her. I wish you the best of luck.
Goodbye, Steve.
I am never going to do that again. If everybody's ready, then the group joins hands, and you are teleported firstly to the Convergence, where you are in a like you can see what you saw before, an entire wall destroyed going towards the mountains, as you saw last time you were here. Then you just have to think sort of negative, releasing thoughts to get out into a, or the other way around. I don't remember. You make your way via thought to Lepus's court. You see the line that is normally out the door here of her trying to deal with her constituents and not doing a good job is actually kind of short this time, as she seems like she's learning a little bit. But she just looks at all of you and goes like, "Oh, friends, it's been so long. How is everything?"
I forgot she was a fucking
Really
rabbit.
bad, all things considered.
What's so bad?
Oh, you know, guys, like the world dying and I don't know, just like a generally stressful atmosphere.
Isn't
If
your
it makes you
entire-
feel any better, my whole world is burning down.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, what don't
Yeah.
you know about this?
I mean, you guys don't live here though, so that's like.
We read
I
the
fucking do.
paper.
I've also been feeling pretty sick lately. Check this out, and then I'm
Sick
gonna
as
go run
fuck.
on the wall.
Wow, that is pretty sick.
I'll do a cool flip and land back in front of her.
Yeah, are you? Go ahead.
Who are we talking to right now?
The rabbit.
Queen Lepus, the rabbit lady who was helpful to you before.
Took us to the magic tree.
It's currently occupying my future role.
I want to ask her what she's doing about this current war that is happening. What is she doing?
Mainly trying to avoid allegations.
So you're Switzerlanding it, just not doing anything.
Well, no, well, mainly I'm defending myself. As you see, Luther was one of us when he was here. And so everyone's kind of pissed at us. The remaining living queens are talking about taking me and my power by force, just so they have it and can use it against Dahlia.
Okay, well,
Homer.
we should stay
Uh,
alive.
I wish I had a way to communicate with my queen and be like, hey, what should we do? Can we bring her to you? I know we shouldn't, but I feel like we should.
Don't worry, I have many people who are loyal to this chair, so I should be okay for a
Chair.
while. The throne, it's just a big chair.
It is quite large.
Yes.
Anyway, what are you guys here for?
Then I look at Maeve.
We all look at Maeve.
Maeve looks at everyone too, and she says, "Oh, Ashanti?
Oh, you're going to the undergrowth then.
I suppose, yeah.
All right.
That-
Well,
Bad idea.
I mean, a lot of, not everyone down there is a piece of shit.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
It's a weird way to phrase that.
And Ashanti herself? Any warning you have?
I would try to stay on her good side.
Can
Left,
do that.
right, front, back.
The front.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. How do we get there?
Well, Alabaster could, well, never know where that little guy is. I can help. And you see she goes to like a burrow hole on the side of the wall that looks about bunny size, but instead she like opens it up to be your guys' size and gives you a path to jump down.
I'll jump.
Same.
No.
Well,
I'll jump.
No.
wait. Is she just standing next to it?
She's just like, this is your way. Yeah.
I'm point and say, and Ashanti's down there?
Well, just follow the webs. They're kind of everywhere. You'll get there.
Pass
Well
without a
done.
trace.
Aren't we not
How-
supposed to touch the webs?
Don't touch them
Okay.
by all
But follow.
things that are fake, but just you'll find strings and strands everywhere. Follow the path, you'll get there.
Okay.
How far is it?
Distance is such a strange thing down here.
Okay, how long will it take?
Depends on how the mood of the tricksters, I should say.
Kalen is gonna roll his eyes and jump into the hole.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Out of character. Is
Uh-huh.
this like more of a tunnel or like a whole airspace, the ground?
It is.
Like, is it an empty?
I'm imagining like a
decline?
like a slide level of decline.
Like we could crawl back up it to come back.
You could with enough effort, yeah.
Okay. Then
I
that's
jump.
fine. Yeah.
Pass without a trace. Then we
Head
jump.
first.
Good call. Good call.
All right. You all slide down this dirt and stony tunnel until you are deposited into a stack of green bushes underneath at the bottom of the hole. And as you look around, what you see is somewhere between a like a deciduous forest and like a jungle mixture of green and foliage, all while being beneath what appears to be the surface of the ground, or the underside of the ground up there. So there's like trees and bushes and foliage and animal life all throughout here, but there is like a probably 50-60 feet above you a full cover, like the ground is above you.
Like where King Kong lives.
Yes, but he kind of has a sky for some reason.
Oh, okay.
If I remember, I saw that movie like forever ago. So yeah,
You're right.
Is it dark down here?
it is quite dark.
Okay, I would like to cast light on my sword.
Hold on. Pause.
What?
Maybe
What if
we
the
shouldn't
fire-
just fucking turn the brights on the second we get down here. Respectfully.
I mean, okay. Well, what? Excuse me.
Can't you choose how bright the light is when you cast light?
Let me see.
I got some good dark vision.
It's so it's still light.
Ebenezer can't see.
It's fine. You can just put them on your backpack. You'll be fine.
I see what you did there, Kinfath.
Oh,
I will
that was-
say
I didn't even
additionally,
make that
like
joke on
in the
purpose.
distance, you can see the occasional like lantern or torch is lit in the distance. It's not enough to make it bright where you are, but you can see like spots of light out there.
That would actually immediately make me more cautious to having light. If it was pitch black, I'd want the light to seize, because whatever is out there is going to be perfectly comfortable in the pitch black. And sure, maybe I'm a beacon, but I need to see it coming. But if there's other light sources, I would not cast light.
well,
I feel the need to
Ebenezer,
convey
get on my
this
back.
to. Yeah, as I'm climbing on to Kinfath's back, I should tell everybody that Amethyst informed me that Ashanti was particularly interested in me.
Inside check.
that is not good.
That should fill you with great fear.
It does, and it did.
So
I've sort of repressed it.
So here's the plan. We feed him to Ashanti, right? When we go
Did you
home-
ask
I
why?
mean-
Amethyst didn't really know much more.
Okay.
I just thought I'd let everybody know. I literally don't know what it means.
The way I
But,
see it, there are two options. We use you as bait, or we use you as friendship.
Friendship is my
Preferably, yes. But we don't
We
get to
will see
decide.
what the situation requires.
Yeah.
Very comforting. Okay, thanks, guys.
So which of you can see in the dark? I'm assuming Bugbear and Human do not have dark vision.
vote. I do have dark vision.
Really?
Yes.
Everybody has fucking dark vision.
I
Meaning
don't.
only Ebenezer doesn't have it. Is that right? Does Morgan have it?
I have 120 feet.
Jeez.
Dark vision, and I
It's-
assume a drow does, despite whatever weirdness your class is.
Yeah, I can see shades of gray up to 60 feet.
Same. Ryan, you have dark
Um,
vision?
Only because of my class.
Oh, Gloomstalker, right?
So Eb is gonna need to be guided. Wait, what does a weasel have dark vision? This is the question.
You said no when we originally. I asked
Then-
this originally, and you said
Okay,
no.
then
You know,
He's-
you can
that-
He's
turn
riding my back.
It's
can
true. I hopped on
turn
Kinfath's spec.
Okay.
your
right.
ferret into anything else. You know that, right?
Nope, no, I can't. It's a
He
weasel for
doesn't know
life.
how to do that. Come on now.
You could turn it into
Um,
something that flies and be super useful.
No.
The anybody can give me a survival check down
Oh,
here
yes.
to try to find
Can I give Kinfath
webs
advantage?
around.
I don't
What?
want it.
No.
It was on an 18 and you fucked me up.
Can I have
Piece of
advantage?
shit.
Since this is Faye, do I get advantage because of my Hunter's Bane?
This
I
guy's
do
spitting.
think you have been here before, probably. So I'm gonna
Oh.
say yes. You can have advantage.
Okay,
Everyone's
I
doing
didn't know
really
about that
well.
either.
Except for us, buddy. Give my high five.
Oh,
I'm sure there's
thank
been some mission that you
God.
brought you down here. you know.
13. I rolled a net 1 at one point.
Good
Okay.
God.
With no surprise, seeing. Oh, actually, Kaelinor is up there too. I was gonna say Vesper and Maeve did really well, but also Kaelinor for some reason.
Yeah, for some fucking reason. That guy usually sucks.
Yeah.
Sussing out the area, collectively you're able to find
Vents.
a strand of rather thick web
Ew.
connecting two trees leading kind of away from the hole where you landed.
Don't touch it. Nobody fucking touch this shit.
I mean, she'd find us pretty quick. Speedrun?
Can I throw
Ebenezer.
something onto the web?
Let's not do that. Let's not.
Not someone, just like
Oh, something.
a rock.
Yes. So that would disturb the web. It'd also draw the creature to us.
We want to talk to him.
Well,
Maeve will whisper. So, I know it was like my whole thing that we shouldn't touch the web, and I don't think we should, but I do want to tell you guys that when I turn into a spider, I can know where anything is that's on this same web. Just putting it out there. Okay. If we
Now
get
you're
into a
gonna make me ask
situation-
you to do that now, which is a bad idea.
Well, we want to be on our good side, so maybe we don't start with that. But if we need to, some reason, or
I think we should.
or
just,
YOLO, I don't know.
If she wants Ebenezer, we should just push him into the web and hide.
No.
See what happens.
That's not funny.
That was kind of funny.
It is very funny.
No. No. Don't worry. Don't worry, Ebenezer. I won't let him do that to you.
Thank you.
Are we able to follow the direction of the web without disturbing it? Is there space?
Yeah. The path between is like high roots and lots of vines along the ground, but it's certainly walkable. Without getting down the line. You see this strand does like on trees beyond start to become more than one, and it seems like it's getting more and more as it goes, but it's just like along trees to your right side, so you could walk alongside it.
Well, we just walk carefully.
Let's do it.
All right.
I really
Uh,
want to throw a rock on the web, but I'm not going to. But I really want to do it.
You
Ebenezer will be like that good angel that's on one of your shoulders the whole entire time, being like, no.
just
I will
look
be the
at
bad
that,
angel.
like blinders on the side, like don't look at that. No. Let me-
Oh, what the fuck?
Not me rolling a Glock to see who gets shot.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Can
you walk for a while before you see a red fox saunters up to your group. Fully like animal fox, but then he looks up to all of you and speaks out loud. Visitors, travelers, what are you doing in a place like this?
What the fuck? Ebenezer, that's a fox.
That is a fox. That is. I
How are you-
see that.
How are you talking to us right now?
The same way that a bugbear speaks.
Annoyingly.
Yeah, right.
He's
that
got
works.
a point. He's got a point.
We're on a
come-
journey.
Yeah, we have come to see Ashanti.
Ashanti, wow. Wow, that's quite interesting. He's gonna look at Ren. He's gonna go, "You're peculiar looking. May I have your name?"
No.
Fair enough. It was certainly worth a try. Do carry on. And he saunters on.
I feel like we just dodged a cursed being, guys. I'm a little worried. May I have your name gives me the same vibes as I'm not giving it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys walk for a while longer without much interruption before you do start to see
Oh, don't say spiders, man.
well, yes, definitely spiders, but before you even see the spiders, you see reflective red in the back of their eyes out on the very sides of the path, and you hear chittering, squeaking and chittering throughout this whole area. And it starts to get louder and louder and more as you approach. But the webs near you are getting thicker and more and compounding until there is a small clearing, a little valley, covered in clover and grass, before it comes back up to 4 trees, sitting sort of isolated from everything else. And between those 4 trees is a massive web, shining and sparkling in colors that it shouldn't be. You do not see anyone on the web at the moment, but you are pretty sure that's your destination. What do you do?
Guess we perception check.
Do we hear anything?
Mother of
Investigation
spiders,
check?
are you here?
Lots of spider chittering.
Ren will, as loud as he can, I've brought Ebenezer!
Oh no.
I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna duck behind a tree.
You see a giant spider leg step from behind one of the trees, crawling out slowly. And then you see that Ashanti is not just a spider, but a drider, as her upper half is humanoid. And she, even in her hands, does carry 2 what appear to be like poison fang daggers to extend her hands to be similar to the rest of her body. That she holds outward from her wrists, but just kind of flips them around and puts them down. Amethyst told me you were coming.
At the sound of that, at the sound of that voice, Ebenezer shrinks behind Ginfath as small as he can get.
Does he piss himself?
Maybe a little.
Come, friends. We have much to discuss.
I'm gonna be watching our ass. Like
I'll
where we
follow.
came from, those fucking webs, that fucking
Yeah,
shit behind us. Ducking in the grass.
I'm like looking the behind as well to see if there's things moving around.
Yeah, is that
Oh,
spider
That
thick?
direction.
Are we being
See-
beckoned to follow?
Yeah, she kind of pulls you beckons you to come closer. But yeah, as you guys look around, like you see there are spiders like crawling up from size from the very smallest to quite large, like crawling on branches and like lurking and looking at you.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll lead the pack up.
Oh, I don't like that
I'll be behind him.
imagery.
I'll be right behind Ren, and as I go forward, I'm gonna walk past Ebenezer and whisper, "I didn't prepare mage armor. Good luck."
Does everybody step forth, or does anyone stay back, or what's the deal?
Is
Theo is afraid of spiders, but Kinfath is not, so he'll go forward.
I'm gonna stay back. I want to get close enough to try to listen, and if they go out of sight, I'm gonna follow. But
Word. All right. Is everybody else going forward? Or anybody staying back with them?
I went forward. I don't know.
I
She
believe
said anything to
Ebenezer's
me, or
still
just
following me.
be like, "Oh,
See-
this guy."
This question's usually most relevant
Wanna
when
leave him
determining
alone.
the start of a battlefield.
uh-huh.
I wanna go.
Somebody just decided to stay back. That's all I'm asking.
No, I mean, hey, starting a fight's a 50-50 shot. Could be them, could be us.
I shoot the spider in the face.
I don't like it.
A giant boot.
As you all approach, those who are anyway, she comes to the very edge of her web and looking down over you all. She sort of connects a web that seems to sprout from her hand to the edge of her web and descends downward slightly, hanging in midair, like looking at you all. Her legs like moving sporadically as she does.
Mm-mm.
You all have been so interesting to follow. A strange bunch you are, connected to many forces of the universe. But most of all is Ebenezer. A story he doesn't know that I would love to send him on. I agreed to a audience with you all for my own pleasure, really. I'd like to see where this all goes. Now, I can tell you all manner of things about your past, but if you'd like to know your futures, I do have vague powers of premonition if only you step onto my web.
I was told you potentially eat people to touch your web. How do I know that the vision's all I'll get?
I suppose you'll have to trust a tricksy spider.
Pretty easy to determine one's fate when you're about to end their life, huh?
I suppose it would be, although I must say I'm greatly curious about you all.
I'll step onto the web before what?
What?
I'll take Ebenezer off first.
Can I try to stop him from doing that?
I love to let a player make his own decisions, so I think if he wants to do that, he should be able to do that.
He's gonna do that. I'm not gonna take Ebenezer with me, but
Ebenezer will follow you. He'll be trembling and like kind
that's
of like
stupid.
What the fuck is happening?
what?
What the fuck is happening?
No, I like this. I like this.
I don't at all.
He's gonna be super trembly, and like holding onto your leg as we're walking, like he's a child being led by their parent. And he will get onto the web as well.
So as they touch the web, I'd like to meet the eyes of everybody else in the party. We're okay with leaving them, right?
Eyes
I
are
am-
dead on the spider the whole time.
Yeah. Same.
Maybe looks like this.
I mean, I am.
Once Ebenezer would be following me, I would go, is this a one at a time deal, or can we step on it together and both here?
Oh, I will speak to you one at a time, as I have but one mouth, but you can come together.
Ebenezer, I think you should wait. She can
I
only
don't
talk to one of us at a time, so.
I don't think
If
she
I
can.
have any say, I'd love to start with Ebenezer.
You don't. I'm gonna step onto the web.
Jesus.
as you step onto the web, you see one strand of the web kind of light up brighter with its colors as it comes and connects to you from a far tree, connecting down a whole network of lines before touching you, and only it starts to leave you again, but just a little bit. And she reads down your line, and she says, "Raised amongst the wisest, most selfless people that there are, trained by monks day and night, and never once questioned where you came from, only what your destiny would be. Do you ever wonder who your birth parents are, Kinfath?"
Of course.
Well, I know the answer. Your mother is unfortunately gone. Your father is out there, does not know you even exist. She touches the line that's extending away from you with her one of her spider legs, and she goes, "I see a lone wanderer. I see a reunion. I see a destiny fulfilled." That's all I can give you.
Kinfath will be uncharacteristically silent and attempt to step back off the web.
You do feel a bit stuck to it for a moment, but you see she sort of swipes her hand along the web, the strand that you're connected to, and it allows you to step backwards.
Whew.
You're still alive.
Shall we go on?
Kinfath will just nod at you, Ebenezer, and not say anything.
Are you going for it?
Yeah. Ebenezer doesn't think that she would. He believes her when she said that she's very curious about our lives, because I mean that's what drew us all together in the first place. In reality. So, yeah, YOLO.
Once again, a strand alights towards you. She runs her leg around it. A blind man overcoming his disabilities. But you were always blind, were you, Ebenezer? Do you know how that happened?
No.
Do you know about 200 years ago in your material plane, there was a great hunt? All genies and jinn hunted down because their wish magic was too dangerous. But there is one remaining. One that one Eugene found. The trickiest of all, named Narak. Your father was not a careful man, but a passionate one. He loved you very much while he still could. I wish that neither me nor my son would ever have to see or hear from these bullies ever again. And I wish that my son would always have friends by his side. By the time he finished the second, he could no longer speak to finish a third. She touches the strand moving away from you. I see you in a dark place, amongst a dark people, alongside someone who's made you suffer greatly. I look forward to seeing what happens, Ebenezer. She releases your feet from the strand.
Ebenezer will also be pretty speechless and then to walk forward back to the group.
Would anyone else like to know?
I'll touch it.
You come and step on the web, and you see to your left where the strand should be coming, the long one from the tree far away from you, is severed clearly, not far away from you. And she says, I made a deal not long ago to unknow your past, but your future. Surely that can be useful to you. She touches the strand moving away from you. I see the faces of men who have long believed you dead. I see you on the brink of death. I see a man who makes it home, but it is no longer you.
Who did you make that deal with?
I suppose it's more fun if you know. Queen Dahlia.
Dun dun.
Ren's going to draw his sword and cut himself free.
I do not like that one bit. But seeing as you have such a fun future ahead of you, I won't stop it this time. Though I warn you, harm my web again, and my friends will not let it slide again.
I'll sheath and walk away.
She looks amongst the rest of you that are near. Before looking above you, and Vesper, even from this distance, you see her lock eyes with you. Before she beckons with a spider leg.
Sure. I walk at spider leg.
She offers you a human hand to pull you up onto the web. As you take it, she looks particularly pleased to be seeing your past and your stories. Your past is quite haunting indeed. A dead man 3 times over. And yet, you walk amongst us still.
A pair of parents who would not get to raise you watched you die as but a babe. And yet the matron decided you were not done with this world. Then a coup took place in Samsara. The scene was flame and steel, but a man betrayed his values to take special interest in you. You'd almost made it out, made it into the forest line, when an arrow meant for him struck your heart. You were once again returned to the mortal plane. Your father was not so lucky. For years, refuge taken and unwittingly protecting yourself from death. After a local herbalist took pity on you. But one thing leads to another, and life brings you adventure. Just for you to be skewered by a devil of all things. Life and death are not so kind to most, but most are not their very lineage. She touches the strand moving away from you. I see a woman whispering into your ear. I see past made present. She releases the strand beneath you.
Am I free?
You are free.
I step off of it.
Do you say anything to her, to anyone else? Okay, Lenore. Would you like to have a turn?
I think I'm fine.
Very well. Maeve?
Um. Yeah. Okay.
Brings you up, and as she reads your line, she says, "Your past is of little mystery to you. Although killing your best friend twice has got to be a monumental occasion. Not many people can say they've done that. That said, perhaps your future will be of use to you." And she extends the line away from you. I see a white hand with a firm grip on the land. I see a waning moon and a people diminished. And she releases your strand.
May will actually not be silent. She's gonna say, "So this is why you wanted to see us? Just to tell us all that it's messed up with our lives and maybe how it could change?"
I am a trickster. Sowing chaos with stories is what I do. I hope your prophecy helps.
Thank you.
So you cut deals. as you did with Dahlia, what do you get?
I get protection for the entire undergrowth. I do not speak for the Rabbit Queen or her mother or her court, but my people here, I must look after. Dahlia will not raise my home. I didn't.
What do you?
Go ahead.
I have to find the name. Sorry, bear with me. Unless someone can tell me as I'm pulling this up. The name of the tree.
Pulchitudo?
Pulchitudo. Pulchitudo?
Pulchritudo.
Yeah. What do you know about the tree?
That place is too bright for me. But its story, its roots run through here. What I know of it is that it is a source for my knowledge and magic in the Feywilds, which is more than most Fey could say.
Do you only see stories inside of this timeline?
You mean those?
She looks back towards her web and gestures towards a spot, and you can see there is a spot in her web where she seemingly has been unable to fill it in, as like there's a big hole that has no strands within it.
You must have mean those pockets that I cannot see then.
Unfortunately, I assume that that's a no.
They weren't there not long ago. There were other stories there, people. And some of them have been coming back. There was a hole here not long ago. Suddenly, I was able to fill it. Quite interesting stories you all lead.
She's gonna look down to Morgan.
Morgan.
As she begins to speak, could I have everyone make either a perception or a survival check, whichever they prefer? And let me know if anybody gets above an 18.
Natural 20, 25 total.
I got a dirty 20.
Since it's a Fae, can I do survival advantage?
Sure, you can do that again.
Dang.
I got a 14.
16.
Okay.
You did pretty good.
So we have. It was then. Did I get all these right? Hold on.
Me, Vesper, and
There
Kaelinor.
we are. Okay. You three feel coming from within the ground, distant, yet undeniable, a rumbling. With a nat 20 perception, Keelanor, you're able to place your hand on the ground to feel it. Place your ear down against your hand, and you are able to hear that this is not a single source of sound. This is many, many footsteps coming towards you. Large, heavy, humanoid.
Large, heavy humanoid, huh?
Well, each step is heavy enough to be a humanoid, is what I mean.
Okay.
As in not spiders.
Not spiders. Something seems to be coming. Can I figure out like a direction generally? Or
From the direction of the hole you came down.
turn around and look.
As you turn around, you three first can see and are able to point out to everyone else. Hold on, I'm gonna look this again. You see not animals like this fox that you talked to before, but people with very animal features coming towards you. And as they get a little bit closer, as they branch the line beyond the hills that you can see down here, you see that they are blackened in the sides of their neck and face and down their arms. And you see a court of Fae, once again corrupted, running towards you.
I'm out. Gone.
They are probably at this point 800 feet away, but they are closing and there are many of them.
Ashanti, what is this?
This is a break of my deal. You all should go.
She splits open part of where her web goes beneath the trees to create a tunnel between them away from these Fae.
The court of fauna has fallen.
Fuck.
Ebenezer won't hesitate. He'll get into the hole and start making his way in a direction that she would have pointed out, or that it would lead to.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have many options. We better get to it.
Vesper sounded like you thought you might have something you want to do.
No, we can
It
go.
looked like maybe based on your expression.
I don't like it. Can I insight check the a breach of my deal situation?
Please do.
It's not very good. 14.
You don't know this person very well, but based on all of the cryptic shit that she has said that has been seemingly true to each of you, you've been able to catch an eye for when she is speaking the truth, and you're pretty sure that
Okay, we're gone.
she was not expecting this.
Before Kinfath would go, he would look to Ashanti and say, his name. What's my father's name?
Krevix. Good luck.
I will
And-
run.
You see a weird, shrieky, skittery noise from her mouth as a bunch of spiders flow down from the trees around her, filling up the space where you just were, leaving you all on the run. We leave. You start. Are you all just going to run as fast as you can away from this area, or are you going to look for a place to hide? What's the deal?
I think we keep running until we can lantern out.
Yeah, are we able to lantern out?
Oh, we lanterned to get here, no?
Right, but that's the same way we get out.
We could confluence and then lantern out because that's how it works.
Are
What I
we
want to
able-
say before you lantern, real quick,
Sure.
something has to go here. As you run for the first part and decide what you're doing, you see all sorts of other trickster animals running down here. Morgan, could you give me a perception check with advantage, please?
My perception's ass. Ugh. Can I have super advantage?
No.
How about a 13?
Advantage.
We'll see. How about a 13?
Better than a 2.
As you guys are running between these trees and bushes, gathering together to get ready to lantern out, assuming that is the plan. You see, Morgan, other creatures running behind the trees until you see a couple of trees over, Balas running alongside you behind the tree, and he looks over and sees you, passes behind a tree, and on the other side, when you can see him again, he's now wearing your face. One more tree passes, and it's once again Balas. He beckons with his head for you to follow, and runs into a small burrow.
Guys, I think I saw one of my scourge. I need to get him. Over there.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
We should prep the lantern to go.
I think
Agreed.
let's dip
Like,
and post up.
I think we should follow Morgan
Mhm.
because Morgan included us in his plans. So I think we should all go and then lantern out.
All right, unless anybody has any objections. You all follow down this small burrow hole in the side of a hill. Moments later, 20 seconds or so, you can hear from the top of this small tunnel that you go down, clashing of swords and screeches of spiders as the court has caught up to this area, but has not seen this burrow spot. You, Morgan, I'm assuming in the lead, see Balas 20 feet ahead of you, but he does not stop, and instead just keeps bringing you forward until this tunnel opens up, and you see dozens of humanoid creatures down here, each of them with grayish skin and with white film covering it. Their eyes are sunken back and mostly black. Their faces almost featureless, almost no nose and a very small mouth, a flat, bald head, slightly taller than you should think, longer arms and skinny. Almost hairless, all of them, although they do wear cloaks and clothing. Balas looks at you as you enter this space, Morgan. He gives way to his form, looking like the others, and says, "Well, hello, Nokomis. Welcome in."
Yeah, what the fuck?
And that is where we'll stop for this week.
Whoa. Whoa.
what does that mean? Nicomas? Am I missing
so.
something there? Anybody? I mean, I'm sure Parker knows.
That's your father.
No, my father is Krevix.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Cham, wow. It would be rude to call what happened tonight a lore dump. This was a lore feast, quite frankly.
And that
I think
was
we got lore
out
fucked.
loud too.
Yeah.
All she was
Yeah.
saying, right? She was just, damn. That is crazy.
I didn't get anything.
So that's still win.
I got interrupted.
Fuck.
What did he call Morgan?
Nokomis.
Comus.
Fuck.
Well, that was a lot.
Hell of a day.
4, actually.
It's true.
Yeah, 4 days. 4 days in one session. That's a record.
Yeah, well,
It
the
is a
past-
record.
Before that, we had 4 sessions to cover one day. So.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ebenezer's future sounds awful. I want a refund.
It's very vague.
At least it'll
All
be
of them were
quick.
very vague. What?
I said at least it'll be quick.
True.
At least we don't all have like the same like ending. Like she could have been like, "You die in battle. You die in battle. You die in battle." And then we're
Yeah.
Like, oh, we lose, guys.
You would
That's
get crushed
true.
by a rock. You would get crushed by a rock.
Right.
If we all get told preemptively that we get TPK'd, can we just call it a TPK and move? Like, go?
Slash FF.
Fast forward.
If anything, Foster has secured Ebenezer's future, so he is safe until possibly that moment.
I'd like to kill
They can
Ebenezer.
always change.
The future could be right now.
Technically, you are in a dark place with the dark people right now, but
Ah.
it could be any number of things. Right? writing premonitions for D&D, I can tell you, is hard and weird because they have to be vague and could mean a lot of things. Otherwise, I can't predetermine what you're going to do.
Neither can I.
Why the fuck not?
Kinfeth is gonna strangle himself.
Okay, bye.
Kinfeth just
Great.
learned the first thing about himself probably ever, honestly.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Well, hey, good session, folks. We're right up against midnight. I gotta go.
GG.
Honest-
Same.
Wait,
Me
wait,
too.
scheduling? Can we do quick scheduling? Next weekend?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm more open than most. Just let me know what people land on.
Would have to be Saturday, personally.
Saturday? Anybody bad Saturday?
Saturday should be fine.
Riley?
22nd.
I'm clear. I'm
Right.
cleared up.
Cool. Saturday.
Saturday.
It's a
Bet.
plan.
All right, have a good night.
Bye.
night.
guys.
Later, bye.
Bye.
Did we level up?
No.
Did we level
What
down?
the fuck?
Yes, yeah, you're level 8 now.
Beautiful.
Fuck.
Can
all
those
of
can,
my gaming hall. No.
can those of us that are still here level up for being here longer?
No.
More
Seems reasonable to
XP.
me. I will stay here all night if I can be level 20.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, fuck is right.
The most
Do you-
the most interesting part that is most interesting to me out of character is the fact that all the genies were haunted 200 years ago. It's interesting.
We knew that.
No. You knew that.
Well, okay, that's fine. I guess I might not have.
I didn't know that.
Brooke was a
I,
genie.
I messaged you specifically because you're old. I was like, hey, you would know this for this moment.
Oh. I thought that landed in my notes right next to all the stuff from Aaron. So I just figured that I had written it down there. But that makes sense. Now I
Nice.
forgot about that.
Speaking of sending us shit, do you have all that written down somewhere?
Yes, I can do that.
Don't send me anything.
Send me
You,
his stuff.
you got it all? Oh, you know, you didn't do anything, right?
No. I don't
What
trust
is that
shit.
fucking spider's passive perception?
extraordinarily high. Her wisdom is incredible.
How high?
She has a 35 wisdom.
How high?
What is that, like a plus 16 or something like that?
Let me add 10 to this. 33.
She would still see you.
She definitely still could.
I don't know about that.
But more so than that, she also had like 1 million eyes in your area.
And she is a borderline omniscient being.
Yeah.
It's striking me as very Doctor Strange.
In what way?
I like
He's a spider.
it has like in the fucking it has to happen this way, just trust me type of thing.
Oh, sure. Like giving the time stone and being like, "Dude, there's one way," you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you mean.
that's scary. Confeth is gonna be quiet for a while. Jesus Christ.
I'm wondering how Vesper's going to handle the situation.
He's not.
I feel like there's at least a few things that I just splashed in there that even you didn't know.
I don't know shit, dude.
Well, in character, you don't know shit, but you
Yeah,
you helped craft your backstory.
sure. Fuck.
You certainly actually told me more than I know. That's for damn sure. Confess whole story is I was raised by monks since I was a boy, and I don't know anything else. That's why I'm going on this path for my destiny. It's gonna be fulfilled. There's gonna be a lone wanderer, and there'll be a reunion. My dad's name is Krivix. My mom is dead. 5 new things.
Got it all figured out now.
Did we determine how time works? Is time the same when we're in the Feywild?
Yes. they just age much more slowly, so it feels like less time to them.
Fuck.
Yeah. Same.
And like 5e, time moves really weird. Like in like not 5e, in like the base like Dungeons and Dragons lore, the Fey time realm, the Fey
It's all
time moves weird. Yeah, so there's like a dice roll chance of like multiple days having passed when it felt like a split second for you, or all kinds of weird shit. And that could be good for time hacks, but unfortunately, or fortunately,
this campaign has dealt so much with time, I just didn't want to fuck with it.
oh no, that would have made it a fucking mess. It's already a fucking mess with the time stuff. Just the nature of it being time based is, yeah. No, I don't blame you. Fuck that shit.
I'm out.
It's a little unnerving how what's happening right now is in Parker's court, because Parker's so I feel like anything could happen with Parker and his characters, like at any given moment, and not knowing what's gonna happen is just like, oh god.
How big was the room we were just in?
It is
I wasn't gonna ask.
no bigger than the first like creepy underground church that you guys fought Luther in the very first time.
Okay, so less than 40 feet wide.
Yeah, like not large.
Fireball.
Two
We'll
of
just
them.
move on. It's fine.
Nice. I'm down.
Is Fireball a missile?
No,
Well,
it's not.
it doesn't say it is, but it does come out as a spark, right? That goes forward.
It does, but for the fact that he's a monk and he's talking about specifically missile snaring, I'm certain.
I want to catch
But
your
could
fireball.
you grab the spark and redirect the fireball before it blows up?
Firebending.
I mean, that would be sick as fuck, but I mean, like, that would be a absolute superpower that he would utilize against you too, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely, and it's not how the rules work.
By the same logic, he should be able to redirect Eldritch Blasts.
Exactly. I completely agree with you. You're spitting nothing but facts right now.
I will let my fireball be deflected if he can also return Eldritch Blast.
Power word kill. Deflect missile.
I will catch it.
Shit.
And Kamehameha back at you.
Yep.
Perfect.
Resolves.
Beautiful.
Good God.
Hey, Kinfath.
Hello.
I'm making a surprise for you.
Is it my dad?
It is not your dad. But I want you to know and be in suspense that I'm making something for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, is that what you're making for the Bastion?
Maybe?
If you're making that for him, you shouldn't.
I am, though.
I'll talk to you in DMs.
Nah, no need.
Yeah, I will though. I will.
Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna try to tell him why he shouldn't do that thing, and then tomorrow at lunch he's
And then
gonna
we'll spend
be like,
an hour
"Okay,
spent in the session trying to convince him why he shouldn't do this thing that he keeps
That
doing
too.
anyway. Is that what we're doing?
probably," but he'll also talk to me about it tomorrow and be like, "Look, this is what I'm thinking," and I'll be like,
I don't know why Foster is so against it immediately here.
I can tell you why in a private call.
Well, now
Because
I
I
am
think-
fully in suspense, and I
I
would
think
like to know.
everybody would think it would just be innocent, but
No, it's a great. The thing that you're making is great at what it does. If you're making it for Kinfath, you shouldn't. If you're making it for you, by all means.
If it's a piece of armor, then
Ominous.
it'll fuck up my armor, and then I'll be you.
I
Tell
will.
him
I'll
everything.
explain it all next time we're alone together.
Yeah.
Before the smooches, and then after the smooches.
Hell yeah.
fine.
Aftercare with Foster. is
I
just
can't take another
discussing
denied.
D&D stuff.
Put your clothes back on. I lied. We're talking about D&D.
I can only take so many no's, Foster.
Christopher has
Brother,
ridiculous shit.
I will grab my
You
infinity
fucking long
gauntlet.
game
and I'll
pressured
snap
me
my
into a
phone.
yes, despite a no already.